choice without compromise. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer. Silverado 1500 class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds GVWR. When properly equipped with available 6.2-liter engine. Silverado HD with available 6.6-liter Duramax diesel engine.
When was the last time your family visited Richard's Restaurants? Richard's Restaurants have been serving home-style meals like Grandma made for over 50 years. Wholesome meal choices for my family, prepared from fresh ingredients. I appreciate the love they put into every meal. My kids love the home-baked desserts prepared in the Richard's Farm Kitchen. Richard's Restaurants, old-fashioned in a good way. Richard's Restaurants.
And now, back to Comet Hockey.
And we are underway here at the Coliseum between the Komets and the Cyclones. The Cyclones control the puck in their own zone quickly. As Shane Albarani, Robbie Irons with you here tonight. No score as the puck comes in the Cincinnati zone and goes back behind the net. Here's Atwall going to play it up along the far side. Garrett Thompson steps in front of him. It's kicked out of there. Coming out to the center line. The Cyclones were going to get it in the Comet territory. Here's a shot that's going to be blocked. It's going to go wide and it's going to go back behind the Comet net.
Get it up.
Up along the far side, here's Ryan Culkin. Gets it loose over to Garrett Thompson, who will flip it in, and the Komets will get a change. Peters doesn't have to play the puck. He'll let it go in the near side corner. Up top of the blue line, here's Culkin with a shot. That's going to go wide. It's going to go high above the crossbar. Back on the far side, here's Zach Laraza getting his first touches as a Comet. Gets it out to Bobby Shea. Back on the far side, Laraza with a shot, and he missed it wide. Back up on the near side, it is going to be Bobby Shea keeping it down low. Here's Laraza going for it up along the far side. Now down low into the corner. Now it's kicked loose. Bobby Shea steps up. He's got it. Takes a shot. It's going to be short, and it's going to rim all the way out of the zone.
It's a race for the puck. Comet zone.
Culkin is going to get to it. He plays it off the end boards. Wheels it around. Comes up here along the near side, but the Cyclones are able to get it down deep. Now still down on the corner where it is picked up by Kravchenko for the Komets. Everybody gives him some space, goes high off the boards, and it's going to be intercepted and brought back the other direction. Komets are back on defense. They have got the puck played up along the near wing and brought back into the Cincinnati zone.
Again.
And we're going to have an icing call, not making the fans very happy. And that was Tyanulin, the newest Comet. He had about a step on the D-man there, but the linesman still blew the whistle.
Yeah, I thought he had a step on him, so he should have waved it off, but they give Cincinnati the benefit of the doubt. Face-off will come back into the Comet zone on the icing call.
Zach Laraza, Arturs Tyanulin, and Jalen Smereck, all new Komets this week, and they are in the lineup tonight. No score, 18:06 to go in the first period. No shots on net so far. And the face-off coming up in the Comet zone as we got our officials over at the scorers table for a moment. And now we're set up. Face-off to the right of Hauser. And Justin Danforth will be in there for Cincinnati. And he'll be opposed by Marco Waugh, who leads the team in points on this young season with 5. Puck comes up along the far side. Now it's going to go back behind the Comet net. Cincinnati has it out in front. And nice play by Kudemi. He is able to get rid of it. And he will zip it down in the Cincinnati zone. Cyclones pick it up. They're going to go off the end boards now, wheeled up here along the near side. Binkley steps in front of the play, but the Cyclones are still able to get it out. Danforth picks it up. He's going to bring it over the line. Got a man trailing. He hit him, and now it's going to be over on the right side. Couldn't get a shot off. Danforth now whips one wide, comes up along the left side. Going to go right back in. Now it's the far corner. Cincinnati here buzzing around the Comet zone. Comes up to the blue line on the far side again. Poke checked away by Waugh, but he can't get the puck loose as it comes down to Danforth again. All the way up along that far side down in the Cincinnati zone. The Komets scrape it out of there. Up along the far side, it is Tyanulin. He will get it into the Cincinnati zone. The Komets will get a line change. Up top to the blue line here is Maggio with a shot. That is going to be taken away. Now the Komets have it, far side, and they couldn't get a shot off. Fawcett was trying to go to Jamie Shaftsma on the left wing, couldn't get to him. Now it's going to be back into the Comet zone. So far, no scoring chances for either team as the puck is wheeled into the Comet zone, but quickly right back out. The Komets have it here on the right wing. It's going to be Garrett Thompson. He crosses over the line. He's sandwiched. He lost the puck, and up come the Cyclones. They bring it up along that near side. Ozito Mugenda with a shot and a save made by Hauser. Comes up along the near wall. The Cyclones have it. Upstairs it comes to the blue line. Here's a shot, and again, that one's blocked by the Komets. Here's Jalen Smereck, goes back behind the net, and the Komets pick it up. Stan Maggio taking his time. Got some room, comes up along the left side, and now back over to Smereck on the opposite end. Smereck here on the right wing avoids a check, but he loses the puck, comes into the zone. Here's a shot by Laraza. That is going to go wide. He picks it back up. Laraza, he's going to take a hit, and he lost the puck. Coming back up along the left wing and into the Komet zone are the Cyclones. There's Bobby Shea back on D. Goes over to Kulkin. Kulkin behind the net. He avoids a poke check. Skates up along the left side off of his skate. He's got Dennis Kravchenko. Chenko up along the left side. Will come in on the goaltender, Peters. He's cut off before he could get a shot off. That was Mitch Nyland, the former Komet, as it comes up to Shea, who will take a shot. That is going to go wide. Now up along the far side, back behind the net, it's Laraza looking for someone. Got Shea coming in, and here's a shot that's going to be blocked. I think that got a piece of Kravchenko. Bobby Shea back in his own zone, circles it up, turns the corner. His pass is going to be blocked, and it stays down into the corner. Comes up to the face-off dot. Now back down low in the corner. Cyclones have it. They jam at it on Hauser, and Hauser makes the save. There's Bobby Shea down in the corner. Takes a hit from behind. The Komets get the puck loose. Puck is going to come into neutral territory. The Cyclones have got it. They drop it back in their own zone. As 5 minutes have gone by here in the first period, we've got no score. Komets without a shot on net so far. Up along the far side. Tyanulin tries to get it free, and he does, but he is pinched off the play by Mike Barrett up along the far side, and Barrett will get it deep in the Komet zone. Bobby Shea grabs it up along the far side. He will skate with it, gets it to Kulkin. Kulkin takes a big hit as he unloads the puck in the Cincinnati zone. Back for it is Eric Knodel. Knodel plays it high off the glass here on the near side. Binkley gives it a jab. He is able to move it up along the near side, but can't get into the Cincinnati zone. Cyclones come back with it. Here's a shot that's going to go high. Back up along the far side, the Cyclones have it. Here's a shot, stick to side by Hauser. Back on the left side, it is going to trickle into the Cincinnati zone and quickly back the other direction. To the center line we come. Here is Bryson Martin for Cincinnati. In on Hauser, makes an easy stop. Now up along the far side, Shasma couldn't stop it. We got a race for it. No icing on it as Garrett Thompson gets there first. Comes upstairs, here's a shot. That's going to be knocked aside and out of play.
Shasma takes a puck coming into the high slot. Winds up with it. By the time he winds up, the shot's blocked, deflected up over the glass. And Gary Graham had mentioned in one of the scouting reports was Cincinnati likes to block a lot of shots, and as a result, we have no shots on goal by the goaltender, as they blocked about 5 different shots right now on our attempt. So we got to keep plugging away, move that puck a little more.
Face-off will be to the right of Peters here in the Cincinnati zone. Komets playing without Cody Soul, Justin Hodgman, and Gabriel Desjardins tonight.
3 pretty good hockey players right there.
And Desjardins and Hodgman have been placed on IR, so they will not be available for 21 days. Puck comes into the Cincinnati zone. Off the face-off, goes deep in the corner. Garrett Thompson jabbing at it. Now they're up next to the net. Comes up along that far side, and the Cyclones dig it out. Fawcett tries to hang on to it, and it's poked aside all the way out to neutral territory. Cyclones bring it back into their own zone. Over to Arvin on the far side. Atwall, that's going to bring it into the Komet zone. Now it's Maggio's turn with it for the Komets. Sends it backwards into his own end. Here's Smereck. Smereck negotiates through some traffic, and he got it poked away at the last second by Zombo.
Offside.
And the Komets are going to get called for offside.
Smereck, not a very big defenseman back there, but likes to move the puck and likes to carry the puck, too. So that time he got stopped at the blue line, but pretty quick. Up the center he went.
Face-off will be just outside of the Cincinnati blue line. 13:23 to go, first period, no score. Komets have yet to get a shot on goal. Dennis Kravchenko to take the face-off. And here's the drop. It is won by the Cyclones. Up along the far side. Now it is brought forward by Danforth. Gets it into the Komet zone right off the glove of Hauser. He'll make the easy grab, but play will continue. There's Sean Szydlowski. His pass is going to be tipped. The Cyclones turn it back the other way.
Back at him.
Up on the left side. And back in on Hauser. It's poked aside before they could get a shot off. Komets pick up the loose puck. Backhander all the way over onto the far side. It's going to be tipped wide and into the Cincinnati zone. But the Cyclones are there. They quickly bring it back and into the Komet zone here up along the near wall. Intercepted by Kravchenko. Looking right up the middle of the ice. And now will come up along the wall. Here's Sean Szydlowski off the boards, looking for Kulkin. His pass is going to be tipped, and the Cyclones will bring it back into the Komet zone. It's going to go end over end. No icing on the play as Bobby Shea grabs it, plays it off the glass, and a long pass all the way down. Racing for it is Kudemi. He's going to get to it down here up along the far side. Now it comes upstairs to the blue line. Here's Leonard with a shot, missed it wide. Peters never saw it. Binkley with another shot.
One on the net.
And that one is going to be turned aside by Peters and out of play. No score. 12:08 to go in the first. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital and Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Face-off going outside, or penalty coming on the play.
I think we might have a delay game call on the face-off. Referee going over, talking to the scores table. Face-off.
Cincinnati going in the box.
Cincy. The Komets have had the fewest one-man advantages through this young season, only 9 this year.
Well, they've got the first
now
one
we've got
in this
10.
game. Yep. First power play to the Komets right here, coming at the 7:52 mark of the period.
So a delay game call, and the Komets go on the power play, but it's Cincinnati busted out first. They get it into the Komet zone quickly off the face-off. There's Ralph Kudemi trying to get the puck free, and it's going to come out. Komets will have it up along the far side. Now they bring it into the Cincinnati zone. Here's Marco Wall, comes up along the far side, has Kulkin at the point, but he's going to drop it down low. Kravchenko back up along the far side. Kulkin line it up. Here's a shot knocked down and hit Wall in the back. Comes up to the blue line, and it's going to trickle over that line, and the Komets got to get back on sides. Komets have it. Here's a shot. Peters will squeeze the pads. It was Kudemi right in front there, and Peters is able to make the save.
Took the shot from the right spot. He got a nice little feed pass from his winger right in front of the net, about 25 feet out. He had the goalie. Took the shot, got it down low. Nice save. No rebound on the play. Face-off stays in the Cincinnati zone. Power play, Komets.
Komets have got 1:19 to go on the power play. And the face-off in the Cincinnati zone. Up top of the blue line, here's Jason Binkley with it. Binkley up along the far side. He's got Sean Szydlowski. Drops it down low below the goal line. Here's Kravchenko with a shot. Missed it wide, and that will rim out.
Point blank that time. Missed the net. Tried for the stick side. Couldn't hit the corner.
Jason Binkley will run it down for the Komets. Binkley grabs his own blue line, brings it towards the middle of the ice, and now he gains the Cincinnati line, drops it back along the near wing, and a bad pass, and here comes the Cyclones. Coming back short-handed. Here's a shot. Hauser the save. Can he squeeze it?
They jammed it in, I think.
And no goal.
No goal. They ran away with it.
As Hauser thought he had drifted all the way back, he slid back after making the save, and somehow he kept it out.
Yeah, he squeezed the pads. The man broke right in on him, went to his backhand, tried to slide it through his pads, and he squeezed him tight. He slid right up against the goalpost and almost over the line as the second Cincinnati player came in and took a pretty good whack at it, but the puck was able to stay out in front. The referee saw the puck in front, not behind him. We get the break. Faceoff stays in the Komet zone. That was our power play, too. Heads up, guys.
That was Brandon McNally with the scoring chance for the Cyclones.
Still 44 seconds, Komet power play.
10:52 to go in the first. No score in the face-off in the Komet zone. And And it comes up to Knodel, who'll take a shot. It's going to go wide. And here's Jamie Shafsma. Gets it to Szydlowski, who got it taken right off of his stick, but Sid gets it back, and the Komets having trouble getting it out of their own end. As Jason Binkley has got the puck back behind the net. Flips it over to Sean Szydlowski in stride. He gets over the blue line on sides. He will cycle it down low. Kravchenko gives chase, but Knodel is there for Cincinnati, and he's able to get it out. Here's Dominic Zombo over the line. 2-on-1 for Cincinnati. Here's a shot. Save made. Left a rebound. The Komets are able to get it out. Up along the far side, Atwell will get it back into the Komet zone. Here's a long pass off the stick of Shafsma and back the other direction, and that'll do it for the power play.
Thank goodness. they had 3 good chances. Here we go.
Now here's Kravchenko coming in 5-on-5. Shafsma got it poked away. Couldn't get a shot off, and it's a 3-on-2 for Cincinnati coming back the other way. Here on the left wing, it's Danforth. Puts it over in front. Here's a shot, and it goes wide. Back up along the near side, putting it right back in on Hauser, and the save is made. Maggio has it for the Komets. Backhander will get it into the Cincinnati zone. Everyone chases after it in the corner. Now it goes back behind the net where Danforth digs it out for Cincinnati.
Krunkin
plays it ahead, and it's going to be sent into the Komet zone, and we have got a whistle. Offsides will be the call as we will take a break. No score, 9:30 to go in the first. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer, and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool, and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com.
This is Komet Hockey.
Back at the Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons here tonight as the Komets battle the Cincinnati Cyclones. And even though we've had a power play, Robbie, Cincinnati, they had the majority of the chances. 3 odd-man chances on that last power play.
And 2 real good chances. They caught the Komet defense pinching a bit and forced a 2-on-1. The one was a heck of a pad save by Hauser down low, the rebound, and then another 2-on-1 break. They got into a pretty good shot from the right wing, and Hauser had to come up big again, got a piece of it and deflected it wide. But we're giving them too many chances, and then we didn't have too many ourselves. So only being outshot 4-2, but no doubt hit Cincinnati the better of the scoring chances so far in this game.
Puck is dropped outside the Komet blue line, and it's going to be brought into the Cincinnati zone. Going to come here on the near side corner. Now to the face-off dot. Garrett Thompson tries to get it in deep. Now Taylor Crunk comes in to help out. Everybody tied up here on the near side. Puck squirts loose, and here's Garrett Thompson with it. He tries to center it off the stick of Tyson Fawcett. He goes back behind the net. It's loose in the blue paint.
Bramble.
The Komets couldn't get it in on Peters. Up along the near side, out to the blue line, and Atwell will get it out for the Cyclones. He will bring it into Komet territory. Now up along the far side, they're going to go back behind the Komet net. They try and center it. They'll clear the zone themselves. It'll split to the D-men and all the way down in the Cincinnati zone.
Komets change lines on the fly.
Cyclones bring it up here on the near side. They'll bring it into the Komet zone.
Offside.
And picked up by Kalkin. Whistle will still blow.
Got a penalty coming.
Yes, we do.
Komets
Got a slash.
Someone trying to sneak onto the bench there as they were going, and the referee caught them. Komets will find themselves in the penalty box in the first power play for Cincinnati. So who's going to get that?
And it's going to be Jalen Smereck.
The defenseman, new defenseman that came back. So he finds himself in the penalty box for slashing. Power play face-off in the Komet zone, Cincinnati.
8:39 to go in the first. Smereck is sitting out 2 minutes slashing. Komets skate a man down for the first time this evening. Face off to the right of Hauser, and it's going to be Sean Szydlowski in the face-off circle. He'll be opposed by Sean O'Donnell, and now O'Donnell's going to get kicked out.
Send the face-off to center ice.
And it's going to be a delay of game call on Cincinnati. So that will take care.
The second one they've got from fooling around the face-off.
Yeah, that's
the new rules in the face-off circle, and obviously Cincinnati isn't paying attention to them.
So that will negate the power play Cincinnati was just about to get. So, 4-on-4 hockey coming up here as the face-off will come back into the Cincinnati zone. 8:39 to go in the first. No score between the Komets and the Cyclones.
4-on-4 right now.
This is the first of 9 meetings between these two clubs. This is now a divisional game as both teams now reside in the Central Division. Puck is dropped, and it comes up along the near side in the Cincinnati zone. It's Bryson Martin for Cincinnati. He will bring it out. He'll get to his own line. Dishes off on the far side. Now brought back the other way. The Komets are there to defend. Right back out to the neutral zone. And all the Cyclones can do is get it in deep. They will give it a chase, but Kolkin is there. Comes up to the blue line. It's held in. Here is Martin with a shot. That's going to go wide. They put it right back in. Also going to go wide. Back up along the near side. Here's Danforth. Dropped it off. They come to the top of the circle. It's Bryson Martin will take a shot. It's going to be tipped. Going to go all the way along the far side. And the Komets grab it. 8 minutes to go in the first. No scores. The Komets bring it into the Cincinnati zone. We're skating 4-on-4 here as Bobby Shea up along the far side trying to get it to Sean Szydlowski. Flattens it out. He's able to move it over. Here's a shot off the shoulder of Peters. And now up along the far side, Szydlowski takes a hit. And it comes along the far side again. Poked free. And Hauser's going to have to come out. He'll make a decision. He will play it. Plays it up along the far side. Now move forward. Komets have it again. Here's Sean Szydlowski. As Komets get a line change, Szydlowski will get it. He will carry it over the blue line. Offsides will be the call.
Too much dip-daddling with the puck. Dump it in or go after it and force the play at their goal net, not at the blue line. Face-off will come outside the blue line. We get line changes from both teams. 7:30 to go in the period. No score.
Tyson Fawcett will take the drop for the Komets. Brad Genovic will be his opposition. As the linesman gets in there, the puck is dropped, and it's going to come all the way here on the near side.
Stay on him.
To the Cincinnati blue line. The Cyclones have got it, and they will bring it free. Coming up along the left wing, here's a shot right into the gut of Hauser. He'll squeeze it, and that'll take us down to 7:18. No score. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OmniBuy, 855-666-4289.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
7 minutes to go here in the first. No score. Komets and the Cyclones. And the Cyclones bring it ahead into the Komet zone. They drop it off. Here's a backhander, and it got up into the mask of Hauser. He is able to fight it off. And now here's another shot that is going to be knocked aside, and it's going to come up to the blue line where the Komets try and break it out. Here's Jamie Shasma, dangles over the line, drops it off. Here's Leonard, got a man down low, in his wall, takes a shot.
Right
Peters the save, and it just trickles wide.
Too tight on the net.
Goes up along that far side. It is Atwell being chased by Shasma. Comes off the glass, and now up along the far side, Binkley dumps his man hard off the play. Komets with it, trying a big home run pass. The Komets have got it. They bring it free. Here's Wall with a shot, knocked down in front, and it's going to come all the way up top to the blue line. Komets cannot keep it in the zone. Smereck up along the far side. And Tyanulin has it for the Komets. Over to Maggio, who will get it into the Cincinnati zone. Komets chase after it. And here's Garrett Thompson back behind the net. He gets tangled up with two Cyclones. Now it comes up to the front, knocked aside. Now Zombo plays it off the glass and out to the blue line where it's knocked away. And here come the Cyclones. Smereck has got to come back on D. Tangles up his man, but Hauser will make the save. But Smereck is going to draw another call.
Yep, hooking penalty. The puck bounced up in the air on him at the blue line. Instead of backing off, he stayed up there, tried to bat it down. The forward collided with him. The puck went down the ice, and they beat him to it. And he had to hook him. Smereck got the stick around him, was able to hook him before he got a real good shot on goal. And that draws a penalty. Cincinnati back on power play.
So Smereck gets his second penalty of this first period. And the Komets now will skate a man down.
Hooking
And here is Kolkin in the corner with the face-off in the Comet zone. Kravchenko in there trying to dig it free from Justin Danforth.
Get it out.
Up top of the blue line. It's going to just get over the line, and the Cyclones have got to get back on sides. Nice pressure there by Dennis Kravchenko. Puck will come all the way into the Cincinnati zone. Now up along the left side. They carry it over the blue line, and it's going to be on sides. McNally to Danforth up along the left wing. He is tangled up on the play, and the Comets clear the zone. Peters will come out of the pipes, and he will leave it for Eric Knodl. Knodl, 6'6", 225, one of the bigger D-men in the league. He is going to bring it ahead, and it's going to be into the Comet zone. Up along the left side, brought forward. It's going to be Jesse Schultz with it. Can't do anything with the puck, and the Comets clear it all the way down. Here's Fawcett turning on the Jets. He is met in the corner by Knodl down here in the Cincinnati zone. Goes back behind the net. Comets 1 minute to go on the penalty kill as the Cyclones bring it ahead. It is Bryson Martin into the Comet zone. It goes back behind the net. Maggio takes a big hit, but he gains his feet, golfs the puck around the boards, but he can't clear it. Now here's Leonard with a chance, comes over the line, and yep, that'll do it. Down to 41 seconds to go on the Cincinnati power play as it's all the way down in the Cincinnati zone.
Doing a good job from stopping Cincinnati to get some shots.
Up along the left side and into the Comet zone. Here's Bobby Shea upending his man.
On the boards.
Now goes back behind the net. They try and center it. It's broken up by the Comets, and they're able to get it over the line with 19 seconds to go. Here's the Comets going to come all the way in front. Here's a centering pass. It's going to be broken up by Zach Laraza, and the Cyclones will bring it ahead. His shot is going to be knocked down at the blue line. The Cyclones come back with it. Down to 4 seconds to go on the power play. Brought forward into the Comet zone.
All even, 5 on 5.
And the Cyclones have got the puck in the Comet zone, up along the far side. Now down low in the corner as Bobby Shea rides his man into the glass. Now Garrett Thompson comes in to help out. And we have got everybody mashed up down low. Referee not blowing the whistle. Puck is still moving around down there, and now it comes loose. And Ryan Kolkin is the first one to see it. He will grab it, and he will skate forward with it. Gets to his own line now. He will flip it in. He'll chase after it. Kolkin now tries to center it for Wall. He's got him. Back out. He couldn't get a shot off. Wall with a backhander had a man behind him. And that'll give the Cyclones a chance to get it into the Comet zone. Here's Dominic Zombo going to go back behind the net, sent wide by Jason Binkley, and Binkley takes the puck away. Binkley grabs it, has got Szydlowski on the right side. Sid's got a trailer, and his pass is going to be tipped. Now it's going to result in a 2-on-1. Cincinnati coming back. Come across the line. Zombo with a shot. It goes wide. Back up along the near side. Zombo takes a big hit for his effort, and Cincinnati will clear it all the way into the glass, and that takes us down to a whistle. 2:32 to go in the first. No score. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Hey, Komets fans, put a new truck in your driveway this hockey season. Take a test drive in a Chevy or GMC truck made right here in Northeast Indiana by your friends and neighbors in the UAW. Union members build quality into every full-size pickup that GM Fort Wayne Assembly builds. Union labor has been building trucks in Fort Wayne for over 30 years. Visit your local Chevy or GMC dealer and drive the union-made quality that makes buying a new truck such a great value. GMC and Chevrolet full-size pickup trucks, built by the hard-working men and women of UAW Local 2209. Put union-built quality to work for your family.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
2:16 to go in the first. We've got no score here from the Coliseum. Comets and Cyclones. Shots in the game are 8-4 in favor of Cincinnati. And the Cyclones control the puck now in the Comet zone. Here's Martin at the face-off circle on the left side. His shot is going to be blocked by Kravchenko. Now they put it out in front of the net. And Hauser alertly will just grab it and get a whistle.
Yeah, too many passes in front of that net there. He jumped up and grabbed onto it. He'll take the whistle and start over.
1:55 to go in the first. No score. Coming up, we've got the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. It's a little extended here tonight due to the Halloween Costume Parade, an annual event here at the Coliseum. We've got a lot of kids already lined up to participate in that. Next weekend, we've got the big Military Appreciation Weekend, also sponsored by Big City Cars. Face-off will be to the right of Michael Hauser. Now the Komets trying to get organized here on this face-off. And finally we get Jamie Shaftsma in the drop. Comes up along the near side. Shaftsma has got it. Now Bobby Shea. Back up along the far side has got Garrett Thompson. He gets some pressure. He's got to drop it right back to Shea. His pass is going to be blocked. Comes up to the blue line, held in by the Cyclones. But here's Tyson Fawcett digging it out. Comes up to the center line. Now back the other direction. The Cyclones can't control it in neutral territory. Gives the Komets a chance over the blue line. It is going to be Thompson. His pass going to be intercepted, but it's going to be picked up by Marco Waugh. Oh, that's Shaftsma, rather. Shaftsma in the corner.
Using the point, man.
Top. Here's Colkin. Got a man over on the far side. Here's a shot.
Blocked again.
Another shot that's blocked. And now it's going to come back into the Komet zone. Bobby Shea back for the Komets. There's Colkin coming in to help him out. Plays it up along the far wall. And the Komets get it back in the Cincinnati zone. Here is Sean Szydlowski on the right side. Goes back behind the net. Here's Laraza. Laraza on the far side with 1 minute to play. His pass is intercepted. Coming back the other way, it's McNally. McNally gets off the play by Leonard. Now the puck is tied up, and it's picked up by Leonard. Goes back behind the net. Sends it around the boards. Here's a shot right into the glove of Michael Hauser.
Yeah, that puck knocked down off the boards. The defensive quick for his shot. Puck was going to be wide, but Hauser took no chances, grabbed on. He'll take the draw. 44 seconds in the period. No score.
Face-off will be to the right of Hauser. And Danforth and Waugh will be on the face-off. And the puck is dropped. It goes behind the Komet net where it belongs to Curtis Leonard. Leonard plays it up along the wall and out of the zone. Knodel has got it for Cincinnati. Now Bryson Martin picks it up. He will drop it right back to Knodel. Now up for it. Here's Danforth coming in on the goaltender. He shoots. And what a save by Hauser.
Yeah, he stood out on his crease. He stayed up as much as he could. The forward tried to go up the top on him real quick, but he was in so close. Hauser staying out on the crease there with the glove. Was able to get it right in the mitt, hold on to it. Nice save by Hauser. Again, Cincinnati sneaking in behind the defense with a little pass and broke right in. Big save Hauser right there. 9 shots on goal, Cincinnati.
Everyone forgot about Danforth there as he just skated free of the pack, and what a save by Hauser. Seeing the replay here, went right into his glove. Down to 25 seconds to go in the period. Now the Komets trying to get a little offense going as the puck comes into the corner. Here's Crunk with a big hit. Now played up along the far side, down low in the corner here in the Cincinnati zone. Crunk coming in, laying everybody out, gets the puck loose. 10 seconds to play. Now back up along the near side in the corner. Kudemi goes back behind the net. Here's Crunk. Crunk trying to center it up. He gets tangled up with 2 Cyclones. 1 second up along the far side, and that means the horn. And here is Maggio getting into things with Atwall right at the buzzer. And Maggio are now, so you've got Kudemi in there as well. And Crunk, everybody in there having words. And finally, the linesman comes in, breaks it up, and everybody will head to the locker room. No score through 20 minutes of play, but the majority of the scoring chances go the way of the Cyclones. And just what Gary Graham said there in the opening, expect this team to block a lot of shots, and the Komets only with 4 shots, not for a lack of effort, but their D-men are getting in front of everything and not letting anything get to the goaltender.
Well, both these teams are good skating hockey teams. Cincinnati got some pretty big forwards up front there, and it was creating some problems with the Komets passing the puck around. They've got to spread out a little bit, use more of the ice surface, and force them to chase them a bit. Start their passes going that way. Shots on goal, a key to it right now, as you mentioned. Cincinnati blocks a lot of shots, and we're trying to shoot the puck through about 3 players to get to the goalie, and with only 4 shots on goal, you can see it hasn't worked. Cincinnati, the 9 shots on goal, but 4 or 5 of those saves were key goal saves right there by Hauser, making some pretty good saves all the way. 2 of them are on 2-on-1s, and then we saw a breakaway late in the period there with less than a minute to go as they walked right in. And again, Hauser with a great glove save, standing his ground, making the save and killing the play. So give that period to Hauser. He kept them in the game right now.
And Hauser's doing what your goaltender wants you want him to do. You want him to keep you in the game, and then hopefully we can get the offense going in the second period. So no score through 20 minutes of play here at the Coliseum. We will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
In 1975, Miller Lite made history by proving we could brew a great-tasting light beer. And to mark the occasion, we're bringing back our original Steiny bottle for a limited time. Miller Lite, the original light beer, back in its original bottle. Grab one before they're all gone.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2017 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Average analysis 12 fluid ounces, 96 calories, 3.2 grams carbs, less than 1 gram protein, 0 grams fat.
The puck has dropped on another Komets season. And what better way to get ready to watch the K's than with a pregame party? Aunt Millie's Buns and Rolls and your party spread will put the biscuit in the basket for your guests. To face off with some great sandwich ideas for your party, visit AuntMillie's.com. Whatever you put inside the sandwich, it's always a winner when you include Aunt Millie's Buns and Rolls. And speaking of winners, go Komets!
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
Thank you.
Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola. Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons here tonight. So we are at the end of 20 minutes of play. No score between the Komets and the Cincinnati Cyclones. This is meeting number 1 of 9 between these two division mates. And so far, it's been a grudge match in this first period. Neither team getting a goal on the board, but Cincinnati with the majority of the scoring chances. But Michael Hauser keeping the Komets in it in that first period as we go and regroup in this extended Big City Cars intermission show because the kids' costume parade. It's always a popular promotion here at the Coliseum as the kids are already out on the ice here at the Coliseum. Take a look at what has happened so far tonight. First, our shots on goal being brought to you by Komets Ops Arena, mission-based laser tag, mini bowling, arcade, and a cafe full of food and beer. Komets Ops Arena in Fort Wayne on Lay Road, just east of Lima. Shots on goal. Cincinnati with 9 in the first period. The Komets had 4. No scoring to show in that first period, but we do had a couple of penalties. The Cyclones were whistled first for delay of game at 7:52 of the first period, and then another delay of game called by Cincinnati came at 11:21, and then Jalen Smereck had 2 penalties called against him for the Komets at the end of that first period. First one went for slashing at 11:21, and then a hooking minor at 14:20. Both goaltenders were perfect through that first 20 minutes of period. Anthony Peters with 4 saves and Michael Hauser with 9. And that will do it for the game recap. We will take another break. We're in the middle of the first intermission. We'll be back. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Life can be unpredictable. One minute everything's fine. In the next, you have a kid with a fever and it's already past 5. That's when you need Parkview First Care. We have extended hours, including evenings and weekends, convenient locations, and Parkview Physicians Group providers to make your whole family feel better. When you can't wait to see your doctor, go to the walk-in clinic that's part of the PPG community of care. Parkview First Care. Get in, get better, get going.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Vehicles as low as $595. Payments starting at just $79.
Dependable cars on a budget.
Over 20 price under $1,000. If other dealers have turned you down, we go to work when the others say no.
Big City Cars.
Want a bigger deal? Get up to $5,555 more than your car is worth. And as always, if we can't beat the competitor's deal, we'll give you the car for free.
Big City Cars.
See dealer for complete details.
Dock Dancers is the place you can find service 24 hours a day.
Hi folks, Pat Miller telling you the Cock Dancer will always do whatever it takes to keep you and your family cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And now they've teamed up with Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems to offer the right combination of Bryant brand equipment for your home. That includes central air units, Bryant furnaces, heat pumps, and advanced thermostat technology, including Bryant's Wi-Fi controls. Call the doc that loves to make house calls at 744-3251, 744-3251.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, we are through 20 minutes of play, and we are in the first intermission. No score between the Komets and the Cyclones. And Komet fans, this season the Komets are teaming up with the Fort Wayne Children's Foundation to stop child abuse and neglect in Northeast Indiana. This season, the Komets organization is calling on the generosity of fans to donate a dollar amount for every win this season. Just go to pledgeit.org/FW-Komets to donate, with all proceeds going to the Fort Wayne Children's Foundation. That's pledgeit.org/FW-Komets. And you can pledge any dollar amount for every win the Komets get this season. So people have pledged $1, some have pledged $5. You can even go $10 or even more. It is up to you, or just give a donation. It goes to a fantastic cause, the Fort Wayne Children's Foundation. Again, that is pledgeit.org/FW-Komets to donate. And if you don't follow the Komets on Facebook or Twitter, go ahead and do that right now, because at the end of the game, we will give you the Lancia Homes official game recap right after the game has concluded. Then you can go to LanciaHomes.com to start building your custom home today. We will take another break, and when we come back, we will have a special guest, and we will also be talking about a big weekend coming up here at the Coliseum next Friday and Saturday. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's.
Wonder what the outrageously energizing experience of Mountain Dew Kickstart is like? Well, it's like a combo of 3 awesome things: dew, juice, and caffeine, rebooting your entire personal operating system.
Mountain Dew Kickstart is in position for consumption.
Release the Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Mountain Dew Kickstart released. Experiencing a charge of Mountain Dew Kickstart now.
Mountain Dew Kickstart operation successful.
Roger that.
Get charged up with Mountain Dew Kickstart, now in 2 energizing new flavors: mango lime and raspberry citrus. Fuel with flavor.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, where we're having our annual Kids Costume Parade. That is why we've got an extended intermission show for you. Right now, no score in this one. Neither team has been able to net a goal, as we expect. Hopefully the offense is going to work for both teams coming up, as both teams having some chances in that first period, but neither team able to solve either goaltender, and that's why we have got no score at the end of 20 minutes of play. Now, next weekend, it is a huge weekend here at the Coliseum, because it is Military Appreciation Weekend. That's November 3rd and 4th. The Komets will be wearing special military-themed jerseys both nights, as the Komets take on the Adirondack Thunder for the first time. That game is Friday night, and it starts at 8 o'clock. And then the Quad City Mallards make their first appearance at the Coliseum on Saturday. The starting time for that game is 7:30. These special military jerseys will be auctioned off during the games next weekend, with proceeds going to Honor Flight of Northeast Indiana. Also, the first 1,000 fans through the doors both nights will receive a free Komets keychain. Military Appreciation Weekend is sponsored by Big City Cars on Lima Road. Now, what also takes place during Military Appreciation is Operation Komet Care Package. Now, Komet Care Package is returning for its 10th year during Military Appreciation Weekend, which is next weekend, and we are asking fans to donate supplies for the Northeast Northeast Indiana Veterans Administration Health System, which serves more than 45,000 veterans through the region. And this year, along with the usual items such as gloves, hats, magazines, CDs, DVDs, puzzle books, personal hygiene products, blankets, and cleaning supplies, we're also asking Comet fans for non-perishable food donations, which will be used to help the VA start a local food pantry system. The Comet Care Package is sponsored by the News Sentinel, Wayne TV, and Federal Express. And right now, I'm being joined by Steve Kingsley, who is involved with Comet Care Package. And Steve, how exactly are you involved in this, and how did this come about 10 years ago?
Well, I was deployed to Afghanistan and knew Blake, and we built a hockey rink in the desert, and Blake did a story on it. And then when I came back, Blake and I sat down and talked, and he thought it was very unfair that the soldiers had to pay for their personal hygiene items and stuff when we were in a combat zone. And Blake thought that that was something the community could help and save some cost to the soldiers that were over there. So basically, that's how it started, and it's just grown and grown and grown every year. And now we're going to help the VA set up a pantry for the homeless vets.
Steve Kingsley is my guest, and you talk about Blake. That's Blake Sebring of the News Sentinel. And Blake not here tonight. He is out covering football. So we're going to kind of pick up the slack here for Blake, who would normally be talking about this. But this is something that's been a passion project of Blake for years. And I know you said you were involved from the very beginning, Steve. But talk a little bit about your service, especially in Afghanistan, and how it connects with Fort Wayne and the Fort Wayne Komets.
Well, excuse me. I was always been a fan of the Komets, and I wrote a letter home to the Zimmerman family, who was very much involved in Komet hockey history, and asked them to get us some posters and stuff to hang up in our day room where we watch games and stuff over there. So they sent that over there to us, and then it just kind of went from there, and Blake wrote some stories. The Komets sent a bunch of license plates and stuff we put on our Humvees and stuff like that to take some of part of Fort Wayne back over there with us. And actually, we even had a sign made by one of the other soldiers that went to the city of Fort Wayne and got a Fort Wayne street sign made, and we actually named a street on the new Afghan post where we were at. And then the fan support every year just seems to get bigger and bigger every year that we do this.
And again, this is the 10th year, and you know, the Veterans Administration Health System serves more than 45,000 veterans through the region, and that's who you're helping with your donations next weekend. Now, along with the things I've just mentioned, is there anything else that fans should bring next weekend for donations?
The biggest thing that we're looking for, I think, this year is non-perishable foods like canned stuff, dried pasta, stuff that can be shelf-lived for a while until they can get it out to the veterans that are in need of it. But like always, it seems like Fort Wayne fans come out in big support every year, so really we don't want anything that can spoil or perish, because we don't know how long it'll take for that item necessarily to be given out, or the quantity of that item that we'll receive. So anything that won't spoil and can sit on a shelf like you do at home, that's what we're really looking for.
Now, we mentioned 45,000 veterans throughout the region that this is helping. You know, what is one, you know, there's probably so many issues when it comes to veteran affairs. You being a veteran yourself, what are some of really the big hot buttons for veterans right now?
The biggest thing is, I think, is getting treatment and getting it, you know, for what they need. There's so many people at the VA that go there that it's hard to get in and out of there. So, and I think some people are embarrassed to go there. You know, they don't want their problems out in the public, per se, because they don't want people to, you know, think that as a handicapped person because they have a disability that may not necessarily be seen, but it's there. So, you know, we're lucky enough here in Fort Wayne that we have a fairly good VA, and we also have one in Marion. So we have two that are very close to Fort Wayne. So, you know, it's just the amount of support that the community has had of the past veterans, that there's been so many from Allen County. And Allen County is one of the most deployed guard units, you know, in the U.S. besides Texas and California, which they have us by, population. So it's always good to help the vets when we can. I've been involved every year, and it's just my way as a retired veteran to give back to the young kids that are serving now, to leave some of that stress off of them and needing what they need. So I think it's a good cause. Blake has always thought it's been a good cause, and the community has always been great on the support. So I look forward to another good year and be able to help a lot of veterans that are maybe in need of a good meal. So this is a new adventure for us, Blake and I, and a new one for the VA to set up a pantry. So we're going to see how it works.
And it all starts next weekend during Military Appreciation Weekend. Steve Kingsley is my guest. And Steve, you didn't happen to just wander into the radio booth tonight. You're also an off-ice official.
Correct.
So you've been around Comet hockey for an awful long time. You mentioned how the connection was with you and our boys serving overseas. Now, how did you get involved with Fort Wayne Comet hockey? Not just through this, but just in general. How did you become a fan?
I got back, and we've been longtime friends with the Zimmermans, and also Scott, who's involved with Sproat. He said you ought to go up to the press box and see what the off-ice officials do. It might be something that you liked. So I did that, and plus, I've had a son that played all the way up to the junior levels. I refereed at McMillan when it was still around. So it's been a passion. I love the game, and it's just something that I like to do.
And next weekend, Military Appreciation Weekend, the Komets will be wearing special jerseys. Now, of course, we'll be auctioning these off silent auction style during the games both Friday and Saturday. I've seen the jerseys. They're very cool. They're maybe one of my favorites that we've had. And all of the proceeds from that jersey auction is going to go to Honor Flight of Northeast Indiana, which is really neat, Steve. I know you probably know all about it. They just had one going to Washington, D.C. just the other day. Our beloved Bob Chase also took part in that as well. Tell me, your feelings about something like that. Of course, you think about the World War II, the Korean veterans, of course, the Vietnam veterans as well. But eventually, it's going to be Iraq and Afghanistan veterans taking part in that someday.
Yeah, it will be, and I think it's a good program. It gets a lot of the veterans, the older veterans right now, a chance to go back and see the memorials that were built on their behalf for the service that they did, because some of them may not be able to afford to go out to D.C., and this is a way that the community helps these guys get back to maybe have closure from their service over there. And someday, when they build a memorial for, the times now for Iraq and Afghanistan, then, yeah, I'd like to go back. But we also have one in Illinois for Desert Storm Forward that has all been built by motorcycle clubs. So we have a smaller memorial, but I'm sure at some point they will build a big one in there, and it'll be my time when I get to be the age of the veterans now from Korea and that. So it's something I look forward to. All the monuments are fascinating to see and go to. So if you haven't ever been out to D.C., I think it's something everybody should do before they don't have a chance to.
Absolutely. Get to D.C. and check out all the great monuments. I've been there, and it is something certainly spectacular. And speaking of spectacular, next weekend, Military Appreciation Weekend, please come on out. Give to Comet Care Package. That is going to be a huge thing coming up next weekend, and also bid on those special military-themed jerseys. Thanks, Steve, for joining me. We'll take another break. We're in the middle of the first intermission. You're listening to Comet Hockey on Whoa.
Keep your staff connected with Motorola two-way radios from ERS OCI Wireless, like the Komets do. ERS OCI Wireless is located on Earth Drive in Fort Wayne. They're a Motorola partner providing wireless voice and data systems to public safety, education, healthcare, and enterprise customers throughout Indiana for the past 68 years. Reach out to ERS OCI Wireless at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584, or online at www.ers-oci.com.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's.
Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram rolls through September on and off-road with the Jeep Celebration event. Find the Jeep that best suits you and save big. Get $500 in bonus cash on 2017 Renegades and as much as $1,000 on new Trailhawk and limited editions. Or drive off in a 2017 Grand Cherokee with an additional $500 in bonus cash. But only during the Jeep Celebration under the giant American flag on Coliseum, or visit us online at GlenbrookDodgeChryslerJeep.com. As American as it gets. Ram Power Days are back at Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, which means unbelievable savings on America's longest-lasting pickups. Save up to $1,000 on select new 2017 Rams. Get even more back in total value on select Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs, or choose 0% APR for 72 months. Ram Power Days going on now under the giant American flag on Coliseum, or visit us online at GlenbrookDodgeChryslerJeep.com. Glenbrook Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, as American as it gets.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons here tonight. So we have got no score through 20 minutes of play. The Komets being outshot by a margin of 9-4. But like I said, no score so far here tonight. Kids, if you want to try to learn to play hockey, join the Try Hockey for Free event at the Sport One Parkview Ice House. The next co-ed Try Hockey event takes place on Saturday, November 4th at 11 a.m. No equipment is necessary. Register at tryhockeyforfree.com. And the Komets have got Tip a Comet coming up. It is the first one of the year. It is November 14th at the Applebee's on North Clinton. The night gets underway at 6:30. Comet players will serve your dinner with all tips going to charity. Don't miss Tip a Comet November 14th at Applebee's on North Clinton. Komets have got a busy weekend coming up. Of course, Military Appreciation launches on Friday and Saturday, where we see Adirondack in town for the first time on Friday. Quad City is here on Saturday. And then the Komets will go on the road for the very first time this season up to Kalamazoo on that Sunday. And that is going to start a big 5-game road trip for the Komets. The Komets have been lucky playing the first 6 games at home to start the season. But then we're going to go to Kalamazoo, out to Colorado, and 2 games in Utah before ending things up with a morning skate in Toledo. And then the Komets finally return home on November 17th. So get your tickets because for next weekend, because you won't have a chance to see the Komets for 2 weeks. Let's take a break. We're in the middle of the first intermission. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
If you're driving down the road and your car dies at the light, you know you've got to make it here, cause we can make it right. Bumping down the road, transmission's about to blow. We're the ones to fix it right. We're the name to know. Russ Moore Transmission. We're here to get you going.
If you suspect a transmission problem, come in and talk to the trusted leader in customer service for over 50 years, Russ Moore Transmission.
Russ Moore Transmission. We're here to get you going.
Call Russ Moore at 482-9414. We're on Coliseum Boulevard West and in Warsaw. Or visit us at russmore.com.
With 24 locations throughout Indiana, Ruoff Home Mortgage is proud of our hometown Komets and proud of our deep roots. For more than 30 years, our home loan experts have provided thousands of Hoosier families the best personalized mortgage experience. Home ownership begins here. Stop by any of our offices or apply online today at ruoff.com. Ruoff Home Mortgage is licensed by the Indiana DFI, license 109914. This is not an offer of extension of credit or commitment to lend. Equal housing lender.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. No score through the first period of play. Checking the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard in the ECHL tonight. Let's start in Adirondack, where the Thunder are putting a hurting on the Toledo Walleye this evening by a score of 5-1. 6:59 to go in the third. Also in the third period, we got a tight one in Manchester. 3-2 is the score. Monarchs over the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Another one-goal game, this time in Norfolk, South Carolina 5, the Norfolk Admirals 4 in the third period. At the end of the second period of play, the Wheeling Nailers, who have yet to taste defeat in regulation, they are beating up on the Brampton Beast tonight in Canada, as the Beast have yet to get a victory. 6-2 is the score in that one. Down in South Florida tonight, the Indianapolis Fuel are looking to give the Florida Everblades their first loss of the season. The Fuel are up 3-1 with 20 minutes left to play in that one. The Allen Americans are down to Tulsa 3-1 in the second period. Also in the second period, we have got a 2-2 game between Quad City and the Quad City Mallards, and two games that have yet to get underway. We've got the Worcester Railers visiting the Utah Grizzlies tonight, and then the Rapid City Rush taking on the Colorado Eagles. We'll take one more break. Second period coming up. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Comet fans, this is head coach Gary Graham. Everyone at Texas Roadhouse would like to give a big yee-haw to the Komets and their fans for voting Texas Roadhouse as the best steak in Fort Wayne. And as a thank you, just come in and visit Texas Roadhouse on game nights and receive your complimentary blossom when you wear your favorite Komet jersey. Check out the Komet Corner at Texas Roadhouse, home of the fall-off-the-bone ribs and hearty steaks made from scratch sides, fresh baked bread, ice-cold beer, and legendary margaritas. Be there on game days with your favorite K's jersey and receive your free blossom from the Texas Roadhouse. Go Komets.
The factory outlet sale at the King of Carts Superstore in Fort Wayne is going on now. Instant in-store rebates, manager's specials, and other incentives available on nearly every custom golf cart on the showroom floor. King of Carts has a large custom golf car inventory built with pride right here in Fort Wayne. Gas or electric, 4 or 6 seaters, we have them in stock and ready to ride. The King of Carts Golf Car Superstore is located at 1818 Research Drive, Fort Wayne. Take the Lima Road exit 311B off I-69. King of Carts, the destination for custom golf carts in Northeast Indiana.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new members to the team. Introducing the all-new Chrysler Pacifica, the only minivan to win 2017 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Also, now on the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Compass. Capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. With 707 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. Old Daniel is a proud sponsor of Comet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the difference in your next car buying experience. See the complete lineup of new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online all the time at o'danielauto.com.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Here we go. Second period underway here at the Coliseum. No score between the Komets and Cyclones. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons here tonight as the play is down in the Cincinnati zone up along the far side. Cyclones are able to get it out of there, and now they were going to bring it into the offensive zone here on the right side. Coming down on Hauser. Nice play by Curtis Leonard, taking his man off the puck. Comes all the way out to the center line where the Cyclones will promptly send it back into the Komet zone. Hauser's got to make the stop, and here's Jason Binkley from behind the net. Up along the right side, he'll bring it up right up the middle of the ice, and that one is going to come all the way down. Peters is going to have to make a play on it. Up along the far side, the Cyclones are going to scoot it out, and it's going to be back into the Comet zone. Off the inboards, Hauser will have to make a play at a man bearing down
this time,
and he will hang on to it.
15 turnovers in that first period by the Komets, and that's way over their average of 7 a period. So got to stop the turnovers and give credit to Cincinnati. Pretty close checking game. They were on them pretty quickly, and they made it difficult to make some passes. So too many giveaways. They got to cut back on those right now.
Face off to the right of Michael Hauser. And here's the drop. Hauser's got to make a play on it off the drop. Maggio will play it up along the far side. And now it comes to Tyanulin. He will bring it free. And it's going to be in the Cincinnati zone. Back behind the net, Peters will swipe it up along the near side up to the blue line. And the Komets get it back. Tyanulin back in his own zone to Maggio. Now Smereck with a chance. He will send it forward. Going to be brought back the other direction. Smereck will have another crack at it here in his own zone. He plays it up to Marco Waugh up along the far side. Now to Waugh. Waugh will carry it over the blue line. He'll take a shot. It's blocked. Comes up along the far side down in the Cincinnati zone. Now it goes back behind the net. It's Atwall. Played up along the near side, and it's going to be brought into the Comet zone. Zombo with it. Got it poked aside by Schmier, and it's going to go up along the far side and out of the zone. Smereck with a nice play, and that's going to force the play all the way out, and we're going to have a face-off at center ice, it looks like.
18-13 to go. We just started this second period, and similar close checking again. Nobody getting a lot of shots on goal. Nine shots on goal by Cincinnati first period. 4 by the Komets. So we stack pat right now.
Kravchenko on the face-off. He wins it. Gets it to Laraza, who will get it into the Cincinnati zone. Comes along the far side wall. And now sent off that far side by Danforth. Now the Komets get it back. Kravchenko will golf it into the Cincinnati zone along the far corner. Now the Cyclones will kick it free, and now they will bring it forth. Here's Danforth.
It in. He got a bit of
takes a shot. Save made. Gets behind the goaltender, Hauser, and he's able to reach back and get a whistle.
Yeah. Cincinnati forward broke right in, let a pretty good shot go. Hauser got a good piece of it, but it trickled in behind him, sat on the goal crease, and fortunately he was able to reach back and get it just as the Cincinnati second player arrived. But he out-muscled and was able to hold the puck and kept it out of the net. Another good save.
Well, that was Danforth who got free, and he got a good shot on Hauser, but Hauser very alertly, he knew exactly where that puck was. He knew he didn't have it, and he immediately reached behind him and got the whistle.
Yeah, got a little help by his defenseman there on it too, but that was close. He got the break and the bounce.
Face off to the left of Hauser. The puck is dropped, and it comes in the corner. Comes off the glass and out to the center line where Jamie Shasma's got it. He is going to throw it into the Cincinnati zone. Peters will come out. He swings it around here on the near side, and the Cyclones try and break it out again. Here's a long pass that's going to come out, and Hauser will have to play it. Gets bumped off the play, and now up along the far side. Janovic will come in all the way back behind the net. Still on his feet, comes down low. It's going to be poked aside by Leonard. Now they put it in on Hauser. He'll make another grab, and the Komets cannot bust loose. Canodal will go back in his own zone, plays it off the boards, and this one is going to come all the way down in the Komet zone. And here is Binkley. Jason Binkley behind his own net. Will take his time, plays it off the boards. He's got Sean Szydlowski who will drop it off.
Take the shot.
Here we go. Tyanulin dangles around the blue line. Cross-ice pass. Has Smereck taking a shot. That's going to be blocked.
Blocked in front.
And now back behind the net. Here's Waugh. Put it out in front. Tyanulin couldn't connect with it. A little too far out in front. And now the Cyclones get it back. Brought into the offensive zone. The Cyclones have it. They're going to be offsides.
They'll get a bit of a break there. They had 3-on-2 coming down. They had a little drop pass, and it didn't connect at the blue line. Offside play. Cincinnati. Line changes by both teams.
16:24 to go here in the second period. No score. Cincinnati with 10 shots on goal. The Komets with 4. Face off outside of the Komet blue line. Kravchenko on the drop. Cincinnati wins the draw. They've got the puck. And it's played into the Comet zone. Hauser will stop it. Plays it off his backhand, and it's picked up by Kravchenko. Quickly moves it over to Colkin, who goes right up the middle of the ice. Here's Laraza. He will flip it into the Cincinnati zone up along the far side. And now it comes up top of the blue line. Here's Colkin with some room, taking a shot. It's tipped down low in front. Here's a shot taken away.
Scramble.
Laraza was tangled up on the play and coming back the other direction. Here are the Cyclones. Going to be brought back into the Comet zone. Here's Colkin. Played up along the far side. Szydlowski gives it a jab, and he's able to get it free. Puck rolling in. Here's Laraza. Gets behind the D. Coming in. Taking a shot. It goes wide. Now it's Sean Szydlowski off of his skate. It goes back behind the net where it's picked up by the Cincinnati Cyclones. There's Sean O'Donnell up along the near side. As a man, Dan Forth goes off of his stick, and the Cyclones get a line change. Ryan Colkin back behind his own net for the Comets. His pass is going to be tipped, and it's going to come into the neutral zone. Cyclones got to get back on sides, and they do. Here's a shot. Save made by Hauser. Comes up along the near side. Comes up to the blue line. Laraza has got it. Laraza drops it over onto the far side. Comets now get it into the attacking zone. Here's Bobby Shea with a shot. Goes off the side of the net. Centering pass is going to be broken up. Comes up top to the blue line, and it's going to be held in by Shea. Now up along the far side. Crunk. Pass goes behind him. Couldn't get it, but it poked away by Garrett Thompson. Digging away up along that far side. Here is Crunk. Look at the moves by Taylor. Crunk down low, banging around. Comes up along the far side. Jason Binkley coming in to help out. Now Crunk into that mess as well. Tyson Fawcett is able to fish it free. Comes up to Binkley. The point. Cross-ice pass. Leonard return pass to Binkley. Here's a shot. Goes off the blocker of Peters. Now Leonard goes back behind the net. Knodel has got it for the Cyclones. Plays it off the glass, and the puck is going to wind up in the Comet zone. That will be an icing. 14:20 to go here in the second period. No score. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Comets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Auburn.
Tyanulin for the Comets. Gets it over to Waugh, and the Comets are going to be offsides. Well, both teams getting some chances here in this second period, but the Comets still with just 5 shots on goal. Cincinnati with 11.
Yeah, 2 by Cincinnati in this period, 1 by the Comets, and again, still not a lot of shots. As both teams close checking right now and not letting anybody have any room. And again, the pass is not as sharp as usual. So keep plugging away, guys. More shots.
Well, they bring the faceoff out to center ice, and here's the drop. Kravchenko wins it for the Comets, gets it to Colkin. Colkin moves it ahead. Laraza going for it, comes off the boards. And now it's tied up here along the near side in the Cincinnati zone. Back behind the net, here's Laraza. Laraza gets away from some pressure, comes up to Colkin. Here's a shot. Peters will make the save.
Good shot from the point. Colkin let her go quickly, got it right through the screen. Goaltender Peters was on the spot, made the save. No rebound as we had a couple of Comet players right at the goal crease looking for the puck.
That might have been the best look we've had all night.
It got right through the screen, didn't it?
Kravchenko again will dig in on the face-off circle. He's got Colkin back at the point. Comes up top of the circle, and the Cyclones are able to get it. Colkin will drop back into his own blue line. Colkin moves it up along the left wing. Touch pass to Sean Szydlowski and brought forward into the corner. Cyclones have got the puck in their own zone. They move it out to neutral territory, and they move it now into the Comet zone. And it's McNally bearing down on Hauser's. Got to go wide. Comes up top. Here's a shot. Save made. Delayed call.
Right to the crease.
For the whistle. The puck goes in. They'll score.
They jam at it about 3 times. Unfortunately, the goaltender Hauser couldn't keep it out as the Cincinnati player right on the doorstep all by himself, jamming it at and poked at it. And about the 3rd chance on it, finally dug it out and got it in net. There was a delayed penalty on the play, and that'll be nullified. But Cincinnati gets the first goal and go ahead 1-0.
Hauser did everything he could to get control of that puck. It just rolled and rolled and rolled. And it's going to result in a goal for the Cyclones. That will end the deadlock here. Comes with 13:12 to go in the second. The Cyclones are up 1-0. So the Komets trying to get back in this one. Here's the face-off, and it belongs to the Komets. They bring it into the Cincinnati zone up along the far side, and it is controlled by Jesse Schultz. Schultz will get it into the Komet zone. It goes back behind the net. Now here's Shaftsma. Jamie Shaftsma gives it a look. Long pass. He's got Jason Binkley over the blue line. Got a man in front. Here's the shot. Looking for Thompson. And it's going to be broken up. And coming back the other direction here are the Cyclones. Up along the far side. Knocked aside by Fawcett. Fawcett gives it to Garrett Thompson. Thompson has a man. It's Fawcett in front. Takes a shot. Peters makes the save. It's still loose.
There we go.
And now the whistle blows. Everybody throwing punches down there in the crease as Peters makes a hasty retreat after getting the whistle.
Well, the Komets finally broke in, tried to get the shot up top. But again, the goaltender Peters stood his ground there, wouldn't let them have the top shelf as he took it off the shoulder, and then a scramble in front. Thompson all over the defenseman, and they pushed and shoved a bit. No penalties called off it, and we'll have face-off in the Cincinnati zone. Good chance.
Fawcett and Garrett Thompson finding a little bit of magic there, but Peters not letting anything get past him. 1-0 Cincinnati. And here's the puck drop. It is going to get over the stick of Dan Maggio, and it's going to come all the way back into the Komet zone where Smereck will play it ahead. Coming up along the left side now in the Cincinnati zone. Cyclones will bring it ahead, and now they into the Komet zone. Here's a shot, and a save made by Hauser. A rebound is going to roll to Hauser, and we've got a penalty called. And it's going to be a tripping call. And appears to be on the Fort Wayne Komets.
And coming back, got tripped from behind as he was heading for the net there. We'll see who it is right now.
It's going to be Marco Waugh. So Waugh goes off, 2 minutes tripping, and the Komets going to skate a man down. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
What makes a great cup of coffee? Just ask Tim Hortons. That's where you'll find coffee sourced from some of the world's most renowned growing regions. Coffee made from 100% Arabica beans, roasted and taste-tested by coffee masters. Tim Hortons' original blend is brewed in small batches and always served fresh within 20 minutes, just the way you like it. You're invited to find out why so many people love this coffee. Head to any of the Fort Wayne area Tim Hortons locations and try one today.
And now, back to Komet Hockey.
Komets skating a man down. We are also a man down on the scoreboard. 1-0 is the score as Cincinnati, they ice the puck on their power play.
Winston Day Chief is the one that gets the goal for Cincinnati. 2 assists given out on it. And they go to Zombo. He got one, and Danforth got the other one. So they all scrambled around, and Chief was the one that finally got a stick on it and dug it out from underneath.
Face off to the right of Peters. 11:43 to go in the second. Cincinnati up 1-0, and they are on a power play. Goes back behind the net. Here's Eric Cannottle up along the far side. Now cutting it back to the middle of the ice. Cincinnati on the power play. They flip it into the Komet zone. Comes up top of the blue line. Here's Schultz with it. Winding up. Cannottle with a shot. And it goes right onto the stick of the goaltender, Hauser, and it goes out of play.
Yeah, he got a piece of it enough to deflect it up into the screen. That'll kill the play. Start the face-off over again. Minute and 15 seconds still in the power play for Cincinnati.
And that'll put the face-off to the right of Hauser. And it's going to be Jamie Shaftsma on the drop for the Komets. Shaftsma and Justin Danforth. And the puck is dropped, comes up top of the circle. The Cyclones have got it. Here's Sean O'Donnell. He swipes it around the boards, comes out to Schultz here on the right side. Maggio with a nice play, digs it out, and he will zip it all the way down into the neutral zone. Cyclones have got it. Here's Schultz down the right side. Got a man in front. Tipped, and it goes wide. There is Curtis Leonard up along the far side. Held in at the blue line. Here's Schultz shot up, winding up. His shot is blocked, and it comes onto the glove of Laraza, and he will send it down. Actually, it's going to be tipped.
No panic. Got puck and made sure he cleared the zone.
It'll be tipped into the Cincinnati bench, so we'll have a face-off. And they're going to put the drop outside of the Komet blue line with just 45 seconds to go here in in the power play, and 10:56 to go in the period. Kravchenko on the drop for the Komets. Now the linesman talking to Kravchenko, and it looks like Kravchenko is going to get the boot. And insert Sean Szydlowski. Andrew Radjenovic is the man in there for Cincinnati. And it comes along the near side. The Komets clear it out. Peters will come on out, and he will drop the puck to Bryson Martin. Martin back behind the net, and they will bring it forward. Here's Atwell, dropping it back.
Almost intercepted.
His pass was touched up by Sean Szydlowski, enough to disrupt the flow of the play there. And the Cyclones go back in their own zone with just 20 seconds to play on their power play. Coming up along the right side. Coming down here in the corner, here's Bobby Shea, who will just send it all the way down. Peters will come out. He'll drop the paddle of his stick, and he will leave it in front of him.
5 seconds.
Each team gets a line change as the puck comes forward into the Komet zone. Here's a shot, and it's knocked down, and here we go. Komets are even up. Here's Crunk up along the left side. Crunk will avoid one check. Now he goes back behind the net, puts it out. Here's a shot, and a save made by Peters. Head Fawcett. The puck is still loose. And it comes along the far side. Great pass by Crunk. Fawcett was right there. Comes up top. Here's Smereck at the blue line. Smereck over to Maggio. His shot, and that's going to be offside.
Offside.
Real close.
Oh, yeah, it was close, but the linesman was right on it. He pointed to it all the way as the face-off will come outside the zone. But good play by Crunk. Went to the net, almost got pinched off, but threw it at the net. The goaltender was forced to make the save. Scrambled through the goal crease. Komets had a whack at it and couldn't put it in the net again.
1-0 Cincinnati. We'll take a break. You're listening to Common Hockey on WOWO.
If you're searching for premium temporary housing, we have the affordable alternative to a short-term or long-term hotel. Are you a family or traveling business salesperson relocating to Fort Wayne? Experience premium temporary living with Corporate Housing Systems. Serving Indiana and Ohio for over 30 years, we strive to offer exceptional service and value for all of our guests. Feel at home with Corporate Housing Systems. Visit www.corporatehousinsystems.com or call 888-544-5454 today.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
We are in the middle of the second period. The Komets are down 1-0 here tonight. This is the first of 9 meetings between these two teams. Komets have got a big weekend next weekend. It's our first 3-3. 2 games here at home Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday we finally go on the road up to Kalamazoo.
Yeah, that's not a bad weekend, really. There's not a lot of traveling involved in it, and the Komets, most of the players know that rink up there. So the 2 home games, very important to them next weekend.
We're halfway gone here in the second period. The Komets got to find some offense. We're down by a goal. And here's Ralph Kudemi with it, dropping it back to Dan Maggio, who will circle around, and he gives it up to Jalen Smereck, who will come up along the far side. Got a man, and it comes in front, poked aside. It was Kudemi breaking free, and the puck is going to come all the way here on the near wing. All the way down in the corner, goes back behind the net, and here's Knodel up along the far side. And he will send it into the Komet zone. It goes back behind the net. Hauser will play it. He will whip it off the glass. Comes up to the blue line. And it goes back behind the net. They try and center it. It's broken up. And the Komets turn the corner, bringing it back the other way. Here's Tyson Fawcett. Fawcett over the blue line. Backhander floats it in front. Peters tries to scoop it up, but he can't pick it up. And the play will stay alive. Up along the far side.
Got it.
Here's Smereck with a shot. And it goes right into the gut of Peters.
Nobody there to deflect it or to get the screen on him as Peter sees it all the way from the point, takes it off the chest, holds on. We got line changes by everybody. Face-off will stay in the Cincinnati zone. 8:48 to go in the period.
Shots in the game are now 15-10 in favor of Cincinnati, and the face-off in the Cyclone zone.
6-6 shots this period. 1 goal, of course, Cincinnati.
Puck is dropped in the Cincinnati zone. Comes up top of the circle, and the Cyclones have got it. Up along the far side. They bring it in. The Komets are back on D. Now it's going to come up along the near side. Komets can't clear it. Here's a shot that's going to go wide of the net. Back behind the net, and it's picked up by Schultz. Schultz off the backhand. Goes back behind the net for Justin Danforth. Danforth got a man on the point, and it's poked aside. Nice play by Laraza. Going to go all the way down, and that will be an icing.
Right to the goal crease. Goaltender, he stayed out of the way. They get the icing call, which will bring it back into the draw. 6 shots apiece this period so far by both teams. The only goal, 6:48. Cincinnati. Chief was the one that actually got the goal.
Face off to the right of Hauser. And it's going to be Kravchenko to take the drop for the Komets. And the puck comes along the far side. Kulkin gets to it, can't clear it. He's pinned up against the boards. Now everybody tangled up along the far side down in the Komet zone. Now it comes loose, comes up to the blue line. Komets still can't clear it. And now it falls onto the stick of Kravchenko, who will saucer a pass over to Laraza. Laraza's pass will come along the far side in the Cincinnati zone. Here's Sean Szydlowski to Laraza. Laraza now breaking in on the goaltender. He takes a shot. Save made by Peters. Up along the far side, it's going to be poked at and all the way back down to the Komet blue line. It's going to be Bobby Shea. Shea with the backhander will get it into the Cincinnati zone. Now the Cyclones have got the puck up along the near side. Kulkin tries to get to it. It's going to go end over end in the Komet zone. Here's a shot. Winston Daychief. It's going to go wide. Back up along the far side for Zombo. Zombo gets it out to the neutral zone where it's sent back into the Komet zone. Back behind the net. And here's Bobby Shea. Shea goes off the boards to Taylor Crunk with a long pass. Here's Tyson Fawcett trying to catch up to it. No icing. He comes down low in the corner looking for some help. Garrett Thompson comes in to help out, but it's going to be going to go to the Cyclones. They will bring it forward to the Komet blue line. Now the puck bouncing around in the high slot. He's got it. Comes up to the blue line. Offsides will be the call.
Another close call, but linesman right there on the stot was able to make the call. Good break for the Komets. Case Sauce will come outside the zone.
6:58 now to go in the second period. Komets down 1-0. Komets will make a late line change as we'll line up and have a drop just outside the Komet blue line. Marco Wall will take the face off, and he's promptly kicked out. Here's Jamie Shafsma. Puck is dropped, and it goes to Waugh, but he can't control the puck. And the Cyclones will flip it into the Komet zone. Chasing after it is Sean O'Donnell. O'Donnell up along the near side. Comes up to the blue line. Here's a shot that's blocked, and it's going to be picked up by the Komets. Here's Jamie Shasma catching up to it. Tries to center it, but nobody's there. Up along the far side, it goes back behind the Cincinnati net to the blue line and over it. And the Cyclones into the Komet zone here on the near side. Nice play by Jason Binkley. Pushes his man off the play. Now Jamie Shasma comes in. He tries to disrupt things, and he does. Here's Tyanulin. Will bring it into the Cincinnati zone. He will give chase to it. Takes it right off Peters' stick. Puts it out in front.
Through the goal crease.
Just got enough of it. Comes up along the near side. O'Donnell will send it forward to Danforth. Now it comes up to the top of the circle. Now down low. Maggio trying to lay his man out. Comes up to the blue line. Here's the shot. It just goes wide. Back up along the near side. Now back behind the net. Cyclones will chase after it with 5:51 to go in the period to the blue line. Here's Martin. Martin has a man. One timer they score.
They moved it around. They forced everybody looking over to the right side, and they had a winger way over here in the far side, all by himself. They threw a nice pass across. He one-timed it before Hauser could get the pad there. Cincinnati goes ahead 2-0.
Radjenovic will get the goal, and it's 2-0 Cincinnati with 5:43 to go in the second. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Thank you! Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola. This is Comet Hockey.
All right, we got to find some offense here. We're down by 2. 5:21 to go here in the second. And the Cyclones will bring it back into the Comet zone. Now they've got to send it back on their own end. Nice play by the Comets there at the blue line. Now Kolkin back in his own zone. His pass is going to be picked off and brought forward. Back up along the near side. Now right in the middle of the Comet ice is going to be Bobby Shea. He has got it, and he sends it up along the near side. There's Shasma going to wheel it around. Comes up along the near boards. And Brandon McNally for the Cyclones sends it ahead. Here's Leonard. Leonard to Shasma. His pass taken away. Now Shasma back with it at the center line. Backhander is going to be intercepted, but Shasma's there again. Gets it back only for a moment. And the Cyclones will retreat back into their own zone. They get a little bit of space as Tyson Fawcett going after the puck. The Cyclones playing keep away from Fawcett in their own zone. That's going to be deflected now out of play.
It'll get the face off about center ice just outside the Cincinnati zone. Comets down by 2. We got 4:25 to go in the period. We need something to happen our way.
Need a quick one here as the Comets get a line change. Face-off will be just outside of the Cincinnati blue line.
7 shots on goal this period is what we've got. Cincinnati's got 7 too, but they found the net twice.
There's Marco Waugh, wins the face-off cleanly. Back to Leonard. There's a shot on Peters. He will promptly just keep it right there. Gets a whistle and a face-off in the Cincinnati zone.
Comets back at it, of course, Friday and Saturday at home here. Adirondacks and Quad City on Saturday. So 2 big games coming up the weekend, and then they're on the road. Kalamazoo, first road trip coming up for them.
Military Appreciation Weekend coming up both Friday and Saturday. Puck is dropped in the Cincinnati zone. Comes all the way out. Now along the near side, the Cyclones get it into the Comet zone. Here's Jason Binkley. Goes off the end boards. Here's Curtis Leonard. Plays it off the glass. And it's going to be knocked aside. Waugh going for it. And it's going to be broken up. Now Binkley gives it a jab. Comes into the Cincinnati zone. And back into the Cyclone end for Atwall. Atwall to Mitch Nyland. Comes up along the near wall again. Poked aside by Waugh. Now to Szydlowski. His pass is blocked by O'Donnell. O'Donnell drops it backwards. And coming forward, here is O'Donnell for the Cyclones. And into the corner it rolls. Marco Waugh goes back for it. He's behind his own net. Gives it up to Curtis Leonard. Now Leonard will skate with it here on the left wing. Cross-ice pass. Finds the tape of Jason Binkley. Binkley will flip it in. And it comes here on the near side corner in the Cincinnati zone as the Comets get a line change. 2-0 Cincinnati, 3:20 to go here in the second period. Cyclones bring it back into the Comet zone. It goes back behind the net, up along the far side, and it's kept in down low. Sean O'Donnell up along the far boards. Here's Garrett Thompson. Comets can't control it. Comes to the face-off circle. The Cyclones have got it. Mosito Bugenda goes back behind the net. Up top to the blue line. The Cyclones have got it. It is Atwall with a shot. That one is going to go wide. Back along the far side. Now back behind the net. The Comets cannot clear the zone. And again, back behind the net, controlled by the Cyclones. They put it out in front of the net. It's going to be knocked aside. Back up along the near wall. Now in the corner. It's Dan Maggio. Maggio back behind the net. Finds Smereck, and Smereck will skate it forward. Has a wide open man. It's Kravchenko, and Kravchenko will get it into the Cincinnati zone, but can't do much with it as the Cyclones are right there. Sambo gets it back into his own end. Here is Knodel looking for a man right up middle of the ice. Open. Nice play there by Smereck. Smereck picks up the loose puck, and he flips it into the Cincinnati zone with just 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Comes up along the near wall and all the way out. And the Cyclones have got it. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Here's Zombo coming and takes a shot. Missed it wide.
Hauser got a piece of it,
Back on the far side. In on Hauser. Makes a stick save. And it is going to come down to the corner. Oh, Kolkin gave it up. And it comes down into the corner. Now back behind the net. Here's Sean Szydlowski. Szydlowski has gas it up along the far side. Gets it to Crunk. Crunk will move it ahead over to Fawcett. Now back to Crunk. Crunk will take a shot. It goes wide. Now back behind the net. There's Knodel. He will move it ahead with 1:30 to go in the period. Puck is bouncing around, comes down here on the near side, down in the Comet zone. Back behind the net, Bobby Shea trying to wrestle the puck free, and he's able to get it. And he moves it ahead, but here's a giveaway by Shasma. And the Cyclones have got it up along the far side. And in the corner, Sean O'Donnell comes up top of the blue line.
Point again. Heads up, guys.
Here's a shot that's going to rattle around, and the Komets are going to come away with it. Shasma has got it. 3-on-2 if we hustle on
Last
back.
minute.
And here's Wada Shasma. His shot is going to be blocked. Comes down into the corner. Under a minute to go in the second period. Cincinnati up 2-0. Tyanulin down there for the Komets. Gets it out to Kudemi. Here we go. Curtis Leonard with an eye. Is a shot. Score! Curtis Leonard.
Got through the screen that time. Nobody saw that one.
I think that one's going to be deflected.
Yep. They got it back to the point. Leonard just held on to it for a split second. Everybody come charging over here, and he missed the first guy coming at him. It got around the net. Someone may have deflected it in the net. We find ourselves on the board with 37 seconds in the period. Big lift right there for us.
That one was definitely deflected. Curtis Leonard with the big shot from the point. Peters thought he had it in his glove, but it changed directions quickly. We'll get the word on the goal here in just a second. Komets get on the board. It is 2-1.
Yeah, if it hit anybody, it might have hit a Cincinnati player. It looked like the shot got deflected by Cincinnati, went up high, and went right over the shoulder of the goaltender. We're on the board.
And it looks like they're going to give it to Tyanulin. And Tyanulin gets his first goal as a Fort Wayne Comet in his debut. 26 seconds to go here in the second period, and the puck is going to go out of play. So we get the word on the goal here.
And scored by number 13, Artur Tyanulin. Assisting on the goal, number 4, Jason Binkley. And number 10, Curtis Leonard. Time of goal, 19 minutes, 22 seconds. Comet goal.
So that was a big one, and now our officials are coming together right at the scores table where the puck left the playing surface.
Comet's going to get a penalty.
Yep, we're going to get a delay of game call. No, it's going to go on Cincinnati. Cincinnati was trying to clear the zone.
That's 3 delay of penalties on Cincinnati tonight.
So things going our way here. We get a goal in the final minute. Now we're going to get a power play, which might carry over.
Yep. 23 seconds in the period left. Cincinnati arguing a little bit with the linesman, as he was the one, I think, to convince the referee what's happened. But this is 3 delay of the game penalties by Cincy. So I thought it had to be pretty deliberate for you to be able to get a delay of game. That looked like it was just whacked at it, and it went straight up. So
I think that's what the discussion was with the linesman and the referee.
Intentional, or was it just an accident? So. But anyways, we'll take the advantage. The face-off will be in the Cincinnati zone, and as the referee and the linesman talk it over, they'll go from here.
Brad Genovic will be the man in the penalty box, so the Komets will go on a power play. We're down 2-1, and the face-off will be to the left of the goaltender, Anthony Peters. Here is Kravchenko to take the face-off for the Komets.
Drawback, guys.
Got Binkley back at the point. And Kravchenko can't win it. The Cyclones cannot clear it. As nice play by Binkley. Now Kravchenko down in the corner with 16 seconds to go. Up top of the blue line. And here's Sean Szydlowski. Has a man in front. Here's a shot. Nice made by Peters.
Yep.
Back behind the net. Here is Shasma. Had Laraza. Comes up along the far side. 4 seconds. Laraza will take a shot that is blocked. Comes in the corner, and the horn will sound. So we get one back. It's 2-1, and we'll have some power play time carrying over when we start the third period.
9 shots by the Komets, 8 by Cincinnati. And we finally got on the board, which is a key thing about that. That coming at the 19:23 mark of the period. Tyanulin, his first goal, as his first game playing here with the Komets, assisted by Leonard and Binkley from the point shot. So the Komets get ahead, even though they go down 2-0 on a couple of good goals by Cincinnati. Never gave up, kept plugging away. They got themselves right back into the hockey game. And we should see a pretty solid third period as the Komets, a little little more confidence, and they got to open this up a little bit to get the more scoring chances and better scoring chances, because they didn't get a lot there.
We're down by 1 going into the third period. We'll be back with the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Fort Wayne's newest Northside Sports Bar is your place to see the big games, including pro and college. Doozy Sports Bar and Grill next to Red River Steakhouse has become a fan favorite to see the best sports events with their incredible food and drink specials and wall-to-wall big flat screen TVs. Open daily 11 to 11 or later for the big games. Doozy's has daily lunch specials and is always the place to come out and watch the games. Doozy's next to Red River Steakhouse, just off I-69 at Coldwater Road in Washington Center.
Nelson, Maze, and Wonka. All famous Willies. But getting the Willies, it isn't fun. That creepy feeling you get when you see all your high-interest debt? Partners First Federal Credit Union has the cure for the Willies, with products that are designed to help you. Nothing brings out those Willies more than a mortgage, car loan, or high-interest credit card. Partners First can keep those Willies away. Just go to partnersfirstcu.org to get started. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community, part of your tomorrow. Partners First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. MLS number 405819.
MRIs are a valuable diagnostic tool, but they can be costly. The Community Open MRI Group can help. We have the region's lowest in-network insurance rates that are hundreds less than area hospitals. Our MRI is quiet and spacious, eliminating stress and anxiety. Remember, it's your choice where you go for your MRI. Contact the Community Open MRI Group and let us check your benefits first, with 3 convenient locations: Auburn, Decatur, and Fort Wayne.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. We are in the middle of the second intermission. We are down by a goal, but the offense getting things going there at the end of the period, and the Komets will have some power play time when we start up the third period here at the Coliseum. Well, again, next weekend, it is going to be Military Appreciation Weekend. It is always a huge promotion here at the Coliseum, and we encourage everybody to come on down and get their tickets, because it'll be the last chance we'll see the Komets until November 17th. The Komets will embark on a big road trip after next weekend's games. The Komets will be wearing special military-themed jerseys on both nights. We play the Adirondack Thunder on Friday night starting at 8 o'clock, and then the Quad City Mallards make their first appearance at the Coliseum at 7:30 on Saturday. And all of these military jerseys, of course, will be auctioned off during both of those games, silent style, with all the proceeds going to the honor flight of Northeast Indiana. Also, the first 1,000 fans through the door both nights will receive a free Komets keychain. And Military Appreciation Weekend is sponsored by Big City Cars on Lima Road. We will take a break, and then we will have a look at the scoring. You are listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's. Don't just think of it as half off late night apps at Applebee's. It's half off the after party, half off the first date, half off girls' night. Late night half-priced apps, only at Applebee's.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital of Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets, and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features max performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri. Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, where the Komets are down 2-1 to the Cincinnati Cyclones. Let's take a look at what has happened so far here tonight. First, our shots on goal being brought to you by Combat Ops Arena, mission-based laser tag, mini bowling, arcade, and a cafe full of food and beer. Combat Ops Arena in Fort Wayne on Lay Road, just east of Lima. Shots on goal in the game, Cincinnati has 17, Fort Wayne with 13. Cincinnati had 9 in the first, 8 in the second. Komets with 4 in the first period and 9 in the second period. Recapping the scoring, we had a scoreless first period, and then Cincinnati got on the board at 6:47 of the second period. It's Winston Daychief, his first of the season. Zombo and Danforth with the assist, and then it was Karabacek for Cincinnati at 14:17 of the second period. Martin and Muzito Bengadi picked up the assist, or Bagenda picked up the assist. And then the Komets got their first one at the tail end of the second period as Arturs Tyanulin picks up his first goal as a member of the Fort Wayne Komets. 19:22 was the time of the goal. Jason Binkley and Curtis Leonard with the assist. Both teams are 0 for 2 on the power play, each team with 6 minutes on 3 infractions. Both goaltenders playing well. Anthony Peters for Cincinnati, he has seen 13 shots, made 12 saves. Michael Hauser against his former team tonight, 17 shots, 15 saves on the evening. And when the Komets come back, we will have some power play time as 7,471 are on hand here tonight to see the Komets and the Cyclones for the first of 9 meetings between these two great old rivals. And we have got one that's going to go down to the wire here tonight. 2-1 is the score. Cincinnati with the lead. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Big City Cars on Lima Road. Vehicles as low as $595. Payments starting at just $79. Dependable cars on a budget. Over 20 price under $1,000. If other dealers have turned you down, we go to work when the others say no. Big City Cars. Want a bigger deal? Get up to $5,555 more than your car is worth. And as always, if we can't beat the competitor's deal, we'll give you the car for free. Big City Cars.
The autumn carved turkey from Subway is back for a limited time, and it's delicious. Here, I'll make you one now. With thick cut turkey breast, with cranberry mustard sauce, and cheddar cheese. Man, that looks good. Go to Subway and get your autumn carved turkey for a limited time. Subway, so much turkey. I'm solid gold.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
Thank you.
Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne. Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, we're in the middle of the second intermission. The Komets are down by a goal by a score of 2-1. We will have 1 minute and 38 seconds left of power play time when we resume play in the second period. And Komet fans this season, the Komets are teaming up with the Fort Wayne Children's Foundation to stop child abuse and neglect in Northeast Indiana. This season, the Komets organization is calling on the generosity of fans to donate $1 for every win this season. Just go to pledgeit.org/FW Komets to donate, with all proceeds going to the Fort Wayne Children's Foundation. Again, that's pledgeit.org/FW Komets, and you can pledge $1 amount for every win the Komets have this season. Now, next weekend, Military Appreciation Weekend. It is a big weekend as the Komets will be wearing their specially military-themed jerseys, and it is also Komet Care Package Night. This is the 10th year that the Komet Care Care Package will be returning to the Coliseum as the Comet organization asking for donations for the Northern Indiana Veterans Administration Health System, which serves more than 45,000 veterans throughout the region. And this year, along with the usual items such as gloves, hats, magazines, CDs, DVDs, puzzle books, personal hygiene products, blankets, and cleaning supplies, we're also asking Comet fans to bring a non-perishable food donation, which will be used to help the VA start a local food pantry. And Comet Care Package is sponsored by the News Sentinel, Wayne TV, and Federal Express. So get your tickets for the big Military Appreciation Weekend this week, because it will be your last chance to see the Fort Wayne Komets until November 17th. The Komets are embarking on a big road trip as we are paying for playing these first 6 home games here to start the season. The Komets will take it on the road starting next Sunday when we'll be at Kalamazoo, and then we'll take a long plane ride all the way out to Denver, take the bus over to Loveland, Colorado, play the defending Kelly Cup champs and the Colorado Eagles, and then we will go over to Utah to play the Utah Grizzlies, and then finally finishing things up with a morning skate in Toledo that next week. So we do not come home until November 17th when we host Kansas City. We will take another break, and when we come back, we'll have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
The destination is yours with Excursions Trailways Motor Coach Company. Excursions Trailways operates trips from Indiana and Ohio to destinations in the continental U.S. and Canada. Excursions is the proud official motor coach provider of the Komets, Tin Caps, IPFW, and St. Francis. They provide excellent customer service and clean, well-maintained coaches with courteous professional drivers. Choose your destination and give Excursions a call at 260-485-6167 or visit them on the web at excursionstrailways.com. Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Comet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
On the ice, on the court, or on the field, the Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are there to provide complete orthopedic care for injured athletes or weekend warriors. Fort Wayne Orthopedics and the Orthopedic Hospital and Lutheran Health Network, official sports medicine provider for the Komets and an integral part of Fort Wayne sports for over 20 years. Go where the pros go. The Orthopedic Hospital and Fort Wayne Orthopedics are a dedicated team of sports medicine specialists, licensed trainers, and therapists, specially trained to keep you in the game.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, where the Komets down by a goal. We are in the middle of the second intermission. Now let's take a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard in the ECHL tonight. So we have got a final. Adirondack beats Toledo by a score of 5-3. Another game that has gone final. We got a 5-2 final. Manchester over the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Again, 5-2. 5-4 final. The South Carolina Stingrays. They stay perfect on the young season. They are now 3-0. As they defeat Norfolk by a score of 5-4. Brampton made a game of this one, but they end up falling to the Wheeling Nailers. Brampton gets 3 goals in the third period, but they come up a goal short. 6-5 is the final. Wheeling 3-0-1 on the season. Brampton, they are going to fall to 0-5 on the year. Indianapolis and the Florida Everblades. It looks like Indianapolis is going to give the Everblades their first loss of the season, as only 1:38 is left in the third period. Indianapolis is up by 2 on the Everblades. 4-2 is the score. Down in Tulsa, Oklahoma tonight, the Tulsa Oilers 3, the Allen Americans 2. That game just starting the third period. Also in the third period, we got a tie game in the Quad Cities as Idaho skating with the Mallards tonight, tied at 2. At the end of one period of play, the Utah Grizzlies are up 1-0 on the Worcester Railers. And then at the end of 20 minutes of play out west in Loveland, Colorado, it is the Eagles 4 and the Rapid City Rush 2. Eagles undefeated on the season. Rapid City comes in at 0-4. That'll do it for the Meijer out-of-town scoreboard. Don't forget the simple savings you get with Meijer M-Perks, digital coupons and rewards. Sign up today at mperks.meijer.com. We'll take another break. Third period coming up. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
This is what it sounds like when real people guess which truck brand offers best-in-class V8 towing and best-in-class HD horsepower.
I go Ram, I would put it on Ford.
And this is what it sounds like when real people learn it's Chevy with the Silverado 1500 and Silverado 2500 HD.
Yeah, Chevy.
Chevy, the only truck brand that offers choice without compromise. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer. Silverado 1500 class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds GVWR. When properly equipped with available 6.2-liter engine. Silverado HD with available 6.6-liter Duramax diesel engine.
What makes a great cup of coffee? Just ask Tim Hortons. That's where you'll find coffee sourced from some of the world's most renowned growing regions. Coffee made from 100% Arabica beans, roasted and taste tested by coffee masters. Tim Hortons Original Blend is brewed in small batches and always served fresh within 20 minutes, just the way you like it. You're invited to find out why so many people love this coffee. Head to any of the Fort Wayne area Tim Hortons locations and try one today.
Knob Brick Company carries hundreds of styles of brick, literally something for every taste. With the change in the seasons, it's good to know that Knob also offers a wide variety of fireplaces, many of them Heat and Glow's finest, to add style to your home and warm it up on those cold evenings. You can even put a Heat and Glow insert into your existing fireplace to make it more efficient. Be sure to check out their fireplace showroom for some design ideas. Knob Brick is located on Fort Wayne's north side, not far from the Spies Fieldhouse. For a great Heat and Glow fireplace or that perfect brick for your home, see Knob, N-O-B, Knob Brick.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, where we have got a fresh 20 minutes up on the scoreboard, and we are getting ready to drop the puck as the Komets are down by a goal. 2-1 is the score. Only one goal so far for the Komets, and it comes from the newest Komets, Artur Tyanulin. He got his first of the season, first as a Komet at 1922. Binkley and Leonard the assist, and the Komets will have power play time as we gear up for the third period. Let's take one more break. We will drop the puck. It's coming up. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WOWO.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new members to the team. Introducing the all-new Chrysler Pacifica, the only minivan to win 2017 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Also, now on the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Compass. Capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. With 707 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. Daniel is a proud sponsor of Comet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the difference in your next car buying experience. See the complete lineup of new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks, all at O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meijer, or online all the time at o'danielauto.com.
This is Comet Hockey.
Power play, Komets.
All right, we got to make this one hurt. Komets down by a goal. Still 1:38 to go on the power play. And the Komets down by a goal.
Yeah, they scored the goal at the 19:23 mark, so they should be all wound up for it. Power play situation. Start the period. Things look good.
And the Komets control the opening face-off. Going to come all the way here on the right side in the Cincinnati zone. Jason Binkley dropping it down low. Here's Kravchenko, got a man, and it's Shafsma. Shafsma's going to wheel it up along the near side, coming up to the point. Here's Binkley playing it to Kravchenko. Cross-ice pass. He has got Szydlowski. Now in the high slot, Kravchenko. Great puck movement here by the Komets. Here's a shot that's going to be blocked. Kravchenko has got it out to Binkley. He will keep it in just for a second, and it's now going to be dropped into the Komet zone. Up along the far side, here's Sean Szydlowski. Sid will skate in front of his own net. He'll turn the corner, bringing it back up ice with 55 seconds to go in the power play. Szydlowski lost it right at the blue line. Here's Binkley with it, and Binkley plays it over, and it's going to be sent all the way in. Laraza will dump it in, coming up top to the blue line. Up top, here is Binkley. Binkley to his right will take a shot. Now top of the circle as it was deflected. Szydlowski coming down low to Shavsma. Laraza back on the far side with 26 seconds to go in the power play. Shavsma back behind the net. Got a man creeping in. It goes between the legs of Kravchenko and all the way out of the zone. 18 seconds to go on the power play. Komets still with some time as we get a fresh set of legs out there. Binkley will go behind his own net with 10 seconds. Komets got to hurry. Coming across that blue line, Garrett Thompson couldn't handle the pass, and the Cyclones will get it into the Komet zone.
All even, 5-on-5.
Komets down by a goal as it's going to be Kulkin bringing it forward. His pass is blocked, and it comes to Garrett Thompson. Now to Waugh. His pass is going to be blocked coming up top of the blue line. Zombo is there for the Cyclones, and he will dig it out. Carrying it over the blue line. Here's a shot. That one is going to be blocked, and it's come alongside here on the near side. Kulkin is there for the Komets. Drops below the goal line. Dishes out to Kudemi. Now to Garrett Thompson. We got a 2-on-1. Him and Waugh. He'll take a shot. That one's going to be blocked. Well, Coach Gary Graham said these guys like to block shots, and he wasn't lying.
Well, it's for sure that right now. 13 shots on goal is all we've had, but we probably had 40 attempts, and their defense has blocked a lot of shots tonight. 9 turnovers in the second period. We cut down from 15, but still we're over the average of 7. So too many turnovers again. Cut down on those, and we've already given it away about 3 times so far this period. No shots on that power play either.
Here's Kulkin with a rip, and that one is going to go right into the gut of Peters.
Good face-off, Komets. Good quick shot.
Face-off will remain in the Cincinnati zone. Kulkin back up at the point. Here's Waugh to take the drop. And now Waugh is going to get kicked out. And it's going to be Kudemi to take it. And it's dropped, comes up along the far side. Waugh to the point. And here's Bobby Shea stepping up, got a man in front. It's blocked. And here we come, the Cincinnati Cyclones on the rush. Here we go. They're going to come back, dropping it back. Got a man in front, and a save made by Hauser.
Well, they make too many passes. We get a break.
Now the Komets with a chance, coming back the other way. Here is Waugh, got a man on the left side. Here's a shot at Peters. Snatching it out of the air. He'll get a whistle.
Nice shot from off the left wing. Waugh, a little high on it, but he got it up. A nice quick wrist shot. Goaltender made a nice save on it. End-to-end action right now, but we're giving them too many chances.
17:22 to go in the third. Komets still down by a goal. 2-1 is our score. Face off to the right of Anthony Peters, the Cincinnati goaltender.
Garrett Thompson will take the draw for us.
And it's tied up on the circle. Komets get it. Here's a shot by Krunk. That's going to whistle wide, and it's coming up along the near side. Now out of the Cincinnati zone. Up along the left side. Here's O'Donnell with a man in front. What a save. And it's going to come all the way out.
Piece of it.
Komets now out to Fawcett. Fawcett up along the far side in Cincinnati territory. Trying to go up to the blue line. It's intercepted. Coming back the other direction. Nice play by Leonard. He can't control the puck. Cincinnati will bring it back into the Komet zone. Far side. Here's Fawcett. Gets it out to Krunk. Krunk will flip it in, and it's going to come here on the near side. And it's going to be coming into the Komet zone here on the left wing. Cincinnati. Centering pass. Broken up. Comes up top to the blue line. Here's Barrett, comes down low. Smereck will disrupt the play, and he gets his man off the puck. Here's to Szydlowski. Smereck will bring it ahead, got a man. Lazera will pick it up, and it's Laraza rather. He scores! Laraza! Took the funny hop off the end boards, and he beats Peters, and we're tied at 2.
Yeah, I think Cincinnati defense thought it was going to be an icy call, and instead of hustling back and getting it, touching it, they waited. Laraza just beat him in there. Bad bounce off the backboards. He got enough on it, and he surprised the goaltender by getting the puck before his defenseman did. We tie it up. Nice goal.
So 2 new Komets this week, and they each got goals here tonight.
2:43 that one came at.
So Jalen Smereck, you're the last one.
3:43 that Komet.
So the Komets get 2 goals from 2 new players sent down from Tucson early in the week. As Laraza lights the lamp, and we are tied at 2. Dan Maggio takes the puck over to Smereck, and it's going to be put into the Cincinnati zone. Goes back behind the net. The Komets have got it in the corner. Comes up to Maggio. Maggio stepping up, eyeing a shot. He'll take it. It goes wide. Smereck will hang on to it at the blue line. Tips it over to Maggio all day, taking a shot, and it's blocked by Peters. Coming up along the far side, we're tied at 2. It goes back behind the net. Along the near side, flipped forward and out to the center line. Smereck, the lone man, back to the Komets, coming in, and what a save by Hauser. Coming back the other direction. Here's Krunk with a shot, and it goes off the leather of Peters. It goes back behind the net. And the Cyclones play it off the boards. Intercepted by the Komets. It's Kudemi taking a shot, and a save made. Peters will squeeze it and get a whistle.
Lazara gets the goal, his first of the season. Smereck, the new defenseman down, he gets the assist, and Szydlowski assists on the goal. So 2 assists on it. Lazara gets his first goal as a Komet uniform.
And Smereck gets his first point as a Komet. Yep. So all 3 new players for the Komets this week, all getting points tonight.
Yep. High score, 2-2, 15 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Let's get the lead on this team. Let him have to chase us for a while.
Komets have not had the lead tonight. Here's Bobby Shea along the far side. Goes all the way back behind the net. Shea comes down into the corner. Looking for some help. Has got Tyanulin. He is going to step up. He stick handles around. Comes up top of the blue line. Here's a shot that's going to go wide. Back on the far side. And now back behind the Cincinnati net. That's Bryson Martin. He will get it into the Komet zone.
Watch the trailer here.
All the way down low below the goal line. They try and center it. It's broken up by the Komets. Fawcett got a piece of it. Comes up to the blue line. Here's a shot. Hauser got the blocker on it, and it comes into the corner. Here's another shot. Another save by Hauser.
He holds on to that. No rebound on it. We get the whistle. Start over again.
Radjanovic with the shot there. Peters making 3 quick ones.
Yeah, 4 shots by Cincinnati in this period. We've got 4 too, and the result in a goal to tie it up at the 3:43 mark. Rosaria's first goal. Smereck and Szydlowski getting the assist on it.
Face-off will be to the right of Hauser.
Win those draws in our zone, guys.
Danforth on the drop. He wins it, gets it to the top of the circle. Here's a quick shot from the blue line by Nyland. That's going to go wide, and the Komets are able to get it out. Jason Binkley off the backhand will get it into the Cincinnati zone. Nyland back in his own end. His pass broken up by Laraza, and Laraza picks it up. Here's a shot. It goes off the post. Comes out in front. Kravchenko gave it a whack, but Cincinnati's going to come back for a 3-on-2. It's O'Donnell down the left side. Puts it in on the goaltender. It's broken up. Still loose in front of the Komet net, and the Komets get it. Here's Laraza. Will flip it forward, and it's going to go back behind the net. Laraza chases after it. Hit off the play. Here's Szydlowski with a shot in front. What a save by Peters.
Yep, right in the goal
Thompson was breaking in. Puck is going to trickle down to the Komet blue line. Here's Szydlowski trying to get it to Laraza. Pass out in front of him, and the Cyclones will clear the zone. 13-38 to go here in the third. We are tied at 2. Here's Krunk. It goes off of his stick. Now up along the far side. Off the stick of Fawcett. Now back into the Komet zone. Here's Leonard to Maggio. Maggio plays it ahead, and it's going to be brought into the Cincinnati zone. Knodel plays it off the end board. Swiped around the far side. Here's Winston Day Chief. We'll get it into the Komet zone for Bobby Shea, and Shea will play it ahead. Komets get it back up along the far side. It's Garrett Thompson has got to retreat back into his own zone. Komets got to regroup. They'll get a line change as Shea has got the puck. Cross-ice pass going to be tipped off the stick of Shasma. Going to go back behind the Cincinnati net. The captain chases after it. Loses the race. McNally will pick up the puck, and it's going to be played into the Komet zone. Hauser will come out of the pipes. He'll swipe it around the boards. And here's Shafter with a nice pass. He is going to find Wall up along the left side. Drops Drops it back. Shasma with a blast. And a save
nice
made by Peters.
Yeah, nice little drop pass. Shasma follows the play up. Lets the one-timer go right on the net on the stick side. Goaltender Paris makes a nice save on it to hold it out. But a good bang-bang passing play by the Komets coming in the zone.
We'll take a break. We're tied at 2. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
ERS OCI Wireless is the official radio provider for the Fort Wayne Komets. ERS OCI Wireless is a Motorola partner in Fort Wayne providing wireless voice and data systems that allow organizations across Indiana to operate their business more efficiently. Reach out to ERS OCI Wireless at 260-747-0584. That's 260-747-0584 or online at www.ers-oci.com.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
We got a tie hockey game at 2 here at the Coliseum as Dan Maggio will play it off the glass. Komets bring it ahead. Here's Sean Szydlowski in the Cincinnati zone. Dangles right at the blue line. Oh, and he throws it out. The linesman is going to say it was deflected.
Yep. Well, we got a break there. Szydlowski shaking his head on it as he thought he flipped it right over himself, but apparently the Cincinnati player got a piece of it. That was good enough for no penalty. The faceoff will stay in the Cincinnati zone as lines change up. 11:54 to go in the period. We got a tie score, too, here.
And Szydlowski looked awful guilty as soon as he let that puck fly into the seats.
He was shaking his head because Cincinnati's had 3 delay-of-game penalties on them, so these linesmen like to call it.
7,471 are on hand.
Crowd.
And the Komets and Cyclones have skated to a stalemate here. 2-2. And now the Cyclones trying to break free. Coming in on Hauser. Nice play by Leonard. Puck falls onto the tape of Binkley. Danforth here up along the near side. And now Mitch Nyland back for Cincinnati in his own zone. Played up along the far side. It's going to be tipped forward. Hauser will have a play on it. He will go back behind the net. Up along the far side. Near the Komet bench, it's going to trickle back into the Cincinnati zone. Now Fawcett is there, leaves it for Wall. Wall will come in, he'll take a shot.
Wow, nice shot.
Peters will make the grab.
Yep. He got right in on the defense and used the defenseman as a screen. Shot it between his legs. Goaltender staying out in that goal crease, cutting the angles down. Didn't have much to do other than flop down and take the puck in the stomach and hold on to the puck.
Face off to the left of Peters. And it's going to be Marco Wall on the drop. He's got Colkin back at the blue line. And out along the far side. Here's a quick shot going to be blocked. Tyanulin will go back behind the net. Wall is going to run into Peters. He was sandwiched between Knottle.
Net comes off the moorings. That'll draw the whistle. And the face-off will come outside, I guess.
So Knottle, a big guy, sandwiched.
Keep it inside.
Waugh up against his goaltender, and the net.
Yep, stay inside the Cincinnati zone. Komets with Waugh will take the draw.
Dominic Zombo will take the drop for Cincinnati. 2-2. That's the score here tonight. 11:07 to go in the third, and now Zombo is going to get kicked out of the face-off circle. It's been a revolving door down there tonight. Daychief will take the face-off now for Cincinnati, tied up on the circle. Now Daychief gets it free. He's pinned up against the boards by Waugh. Now he's able to get it behind the net. Now it's going to come out to neutral territory where Colkin will go back into his own zone, flips it ahead. Here's Jamie Shasma. He's going to meet Knottle in the corner. And Shasma goes back behind the net. Tyanulin in there to help him out. Tyanulin's got the puck. Lost it.
There's a penalty coming.
And we do have a penalty coming up. It's a delayed call in Cincinnati.
Hooking.
Slashing.
Little chopping on the stick and on the hands, and that's enough for a slashing penalty these days. Komets will go on power play with 10:36 to go. Let's get one going.
We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum, located across from the Memorial Coliseum, is the official home of the Komets. Whether it's a corporate meeting to large wedding receptions or just a getaway weekend, the Holiday Inn has you covered. Event space in the Holiday Inn can hold up to 300 people, and with 151 guest rooms, the Holiday Inn is ready to meet your personal or business needs. With a highly trained staff at the Holiday Inn, you can count on things being done right. Contact the Holiday Inn at the Coliseum to schedule your event today at 260-579-9135.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Komets with another chance on the power play here. We're tied at 2. Komets start things up in the Cincinnati zone. Here's Sean Szydlowski. Goes back behind the net as Dominic Zombo is out for slashing. Jamie Shasma goes back behind the net. Everybody down low. Binkley back at the blue line. Shasma's able to get it to Binkley. Binkley gets some pressure, moves it over to Kravchenko. Kravchenko on the right side, goes back behind the net. Here's Shasma looking around, has Kravchenko.
Can't use the point.
And the puck goes over his stick, and here come the Cyclones. They're going to have an odd man break coming down, but a nice play by Kravchenko. Gets back, but he lost the puck, but Hauser with a poke check. Comes up Danforth with a shot. That's blocked. Comes up to the blue line, and the Komets get it free.
3-on-2, Komets break into the net. Thompson.
Laraza over. Here's a shot, and Peters just got a piece of it.
Thompson was there.
Garrett Thompson comes down low. Laraza up top of the blue line. It's Binkley. He'll take a shot. Save made. Scramble for it. Tyanulin is there, and he can't get a shot. He just sticks it in the corner. Comes up along the near side. Laraza back on the far side. Has a man. It is Sean Szydlowski with a nice move. Gets around Danforth. Now gets a little bit of space. Szydlowski, nice play by Danforth. He poked it aside. And here comes Hauser. Komets will get a line change.
30 seconds, power play.
Tyanulin to Culkin. He will get it into the Cincinnati zone. Komets lose it, and it's going to be sent down the length of the ice. 19 seconds to go on the power play. Hauser will play it. Up along the far side, here's Marco Wall with 10 seconds to play. In the power play. Up along the far side, comes up to the blue line. Komets cannot get it down the ice. Culkin lost it, and here we go. Coming in on Hauser, and it goes wide.
Yeah, Hauser may have got a piece of it. They took a clear shot on him.
That was Knodel.
Come on, guys, get organized. 5-on-5 now.
Culkin has got the puck in his own zone with 8:21 to go here in the third period tie game. Here's Kudemi to Wall. Wall will carry it over the blue line. Swipes it around. It goes back behind the net. Here's Shasma stepping up into the corner. Here's Wall. Back to Kudemi. Gives it a kick. Comes up top. Here's Culkin. Culkin over to Wall here on the right side. Up top of the blue line. Now back to Culkin. In front. Kudemi wide open. Shot. Missed it. Coming in. Maggio with a shot. That goes off the side of the cage. The net is dislodged, and the referee blows the whistle.
Goaltender bumped the net there, and that forced the net to pop up. No penalties called on it. And we got the timeout right now.
We are tied at 2. We'll take another break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Fort Wayne's newest Northside Sports Bar is your place to see the big games, including pro and college. Doozy Sports Bar and Grill next to Red River Steakhouse has become a fan favorite to see the best sports events with their incredible food and drink specials and wall-to-wall big flat screen TVs. Open daily 11 to 11 or later for the big games. Doozy's has daily lunch specials and is always the place to come out and watch the games. Doozy's next to Red River Steakhouse, just off I-69 at Coldwater Road in Washington Center.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Auburn.
Back live at the Coliseum, where this one's going down to the wire. 2-2 is our score.
Komets down 2-0 at one time and have fought themselves back. The goal at 19:23 of the second period, that got him going. And then, of course, at 3:43, Lazaro gets the tying goal, and we're tied at 2-2 right now.
Komets 3 power plays tonight have yet to cash in.
Yep. Cincy's had a couple too, but have not been able to capitalize. So special teams have not been effective tonight. 7:54 to go in the period and game. Crowd's into it.
Face off to the left of Peters in the Cincinnati zone. And here is Garrett Thompson to take the face off. And it comes down into the corner. And it belongs to the Cyclones. They will get it out. Smereck cannot find a handle on it. Here's a quick shot, and it's going to go wide. Now Smereck has it, and he will move it up along the near side wall for Garrett Thompson. He will push it into the Cincinnati zone, comes up to Tyson Fawcett, and into the corner. Here's Crunk. Takes a big hit from behind. Bryson Martin takes Crunk off the play, and it comes up along the near side, and it's flipped forward. Smereck at the blue line, gets it over to Dan Maggio. Now over the blue line, it's Winston Daychief coming in on the goaltender. What a save by Hauser. It's underneath his pads, and the whistle will blow.
Yep. So Marek went after the puck, and the Cincinnati player gave him a heck of a deke. Walked right in, got a good shot on goal. And again, Hauser, the difference in the game right now, holding on to keep the Komets tied at 2-2.
And Hauser has made some key saves here tonight, some game savers, if you will. He has definitely kept his hockey team in it. So we got to return the favor. We got to get some pressure on Peters here.
Need a goal. Let's get the lead on these guys. See what they can do then.
Face off to the left of Hauser in the Komet zone. Shots are even up at 22 apiece now. And the score is tied at 2. Puck is dropped, tied up on the dot down in the Komet zone. Szydlowski to Laraza. Throws it all the way down in the Cincinnati zone. Now it's quick one in on Peters. He will make a easy save. And the Cyclones will bring it ahead into the Komet zone. They try and get around Leonard. Here's a backhander save made by Hauser. He'll squeeze it.
Nice little glove save. The defenseman pulled the man to the side. Gave Hauser lots of time to see it. Hold on to it. Get the whistle. Line change by the Komets. Defense. Here they all come now.
Face off to the right of Hauser, down to 6:53 to go in regulation. Tied at 2. Danforth and Marco Waugh, they will tangle in the face-off circle. And here's Culkin. Culkin goes back behind the nets, and here is Bobby Shea trying to go right up the middle of the ice. His pass is intercepted. Danforth has got it at the blue line. Cincinnati, they're off sides. Danforth will just have to put it in the Komet zone. It goes back behind the net, and Hauser will grab it. Comes off the boards, looking for Tyanulin, and the puck is going to come all the way into the Cincinnati zone. Peters will stop it, and he gets it over to Dominic Zombo. Touch pass. Nice play by Tyanulin. Pokes it aside, but Cincinnati still has possession of the puck, and it's going to be brought in the Komet zone. Here's Bobby Shea. Goes back behind the net. Him and Culkin fighting for it below the goal line. Culkin will come up along the far side, and he's got Jamie Shaftsma. Here's Shaftsma. He will wind up, puts it in on Peters. He will glove it down, keep the play moving as he drops it off to Bryson Martin.
6 minutes.
Martin will skate with it. Gets to his own blue line. Dishes off here on the left side. And he'll carry it into the Komet zone on sides. Garrett Thompson in there. Dan Maggio as well. Maggio has got the puck out to Garrett Thompson. Looking for someone to give it to. Flips it forward. And it's going to come into the Cincinnati zone. Pass was intended for a Fawcett. Couldn't do much with it. But Dan Maggio was there. And now he will carry it into the Cincinnati zone. Now look at Maggio going deep into the corner. He goes back behind the net. Flips it around, and it is going to belong to Schultz for Cincinnati. He'll absorb the check as he gets it into the Komet zone. That will be an icing. We're tied at 2. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Vehicles as low as $595. Payments starting at just $79.
Dependable cars on a budget.
Over 20 price under $1,000. If other dealers have turned you down, we go to work when the others say no.
Big City Cars.
Want a bigger deal? Get up to $5,555 more than your car is worth. And as always, if we can't beat the competitor's deal, we'll give you the car for free.
Big City Cars.
See dealer for complete details.
And now, back to Komet Hockey.
Down to 5 minutes to go in the third period. We are tied at 2. Jason Binkley will bring it into the Cincinnati zone up at the blue line. Kravchenko now back, and we got a penalty call. It's going to be interference on Culkin. Culkin let the puck get past him, and
he took the man with his hand. Rode him to the side. I mean, normally you can get away with that, but not now. As soon as he takes that stick off the hand and puts his hand on the other player and rides him to the side as he did. Interference called. Cincinnati power play time with 4:53 to go in a draw in the Komet zone.
Face off to the left of Hauser. Big penalty kill here for the Komets.
Yep.
It's going to be Danforth on the drop. And here is Maggio. He will zip it up along the boards.
All the way down.
He will clear the zone. Cincinnati 0 for 3 tonight on the power play as well. Or 0 for 2 tonight. Let's make it 0 for 3 as they will bring it forward at their own blue line. And it's Canado lost the puck. Here's Sean Szydlowski. Top of the circle, taking a shot. He hit the post.
Clue, did that ring it?
Szydlowski along the far side to Jamie Shasma. Will send it down to Maggio. Now to Leonard. Now return pass to Leonard. He will go off the stick of Schultz. And now Knodel will pick it up for the Cyclones. Carrying it over the blue line. Knodel in the corner. Up top of the blue line.
Wide
O'Donnell
open.
got a man wide open on the right side. Takes a shot. Hauser the save. And it's going to be Leonard with the play. Going to send it all the way down.
4 minutes in the game.
1 minute to go in the power play. Here's Tyson Fawcett. Picking it up, coming in, taking a shot. Missed it high. And that one is going to grab the screen, and the whistle will blow.
He had Thomas in front of the net there. Quick pass to him. He was by himself, but he hesitated. Decided to go for the shot. Tried to go top shelf. Got it off the defenseman's knee.
And Sean Szydlowski, an inch away from giving the Komets their first lead of the night.
You couldn't hit that post much cleaner. He hit it dead on. It come right back at him. So tough break. Szydlowski not putting that puck in.
I think the team skating shorthanded tonight had more offensive opportunities than the team on the power play.
59 seconds in the penalty. Cincinnati's advantage.
We're tied at 2. And the Cyclones have got the puck in their own zone. Here is Martin. Out to Radjanovic. He will get it into the Komet zone. Hauser doesn't have a play as it comes along the far side in the Komet zone. Bobby Shea out there. Jason Binkley as well. And everybody tangled up along the far side. Here's Binkley now. He will get it free. Goes off the back of the net. Kravchenko is there. He is able to move it over to Bobby Shea, who's got some room. He will play it off the glass. And that's going to go all the way down the length of the ice. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Bryson Martin back behind his own net. And the Cyclones will bring it forward. They're going to have to hurry. Radjanovic into the Komet zone. Jamie Shasma is back to defend. He goes right down the middle.
Kill it. 5 on 5.
Knodel will pick up the puck. And
2:50 to go in the game. Stay out of the penalty box.
Even up here. Shots are also even up at 23, and each team has got 2 goals on the scoreboard. We are tied. Puck is going to come into the Komet zone. Here's Curtis Leonard back behind the net, swipes it around, and it comes off the stick of Szydlowski. Now the Komets will have to change it up as the Cyclones get the puck back into the Komet zone. Here on the left side, it's Daichi with a shot. Oh, just missed it wide. Hauser was fooled a little bit on that. And the Cyclones still with it down in the Komet zone. Here now, here's Dan Maggio back behind the net, tripped up on the play. Fans want a penalty called. It's not going to happen. Comes up to the blue line. And the Cyclones are able to hold it in. It goes back behind the net. Komets chase after it. Here's Maggio up along the near side. Comes up to the blue line. And it's going to trickle into the Cincinnati zone.
Going to bait him.
And it goes back behind the net. Here's a centering pass to Waugh. It's going to be broken up. Tyanulin with a chance there. Now coming up along the near side with 1:49 to play in regulation. Up along the far boards, Tyanulin to Waugh. Gives it a whack, and it's going to go into the Cincinnati zone. O'Donnell up along the near side in the neutral zone. Flips it into the Komet end. Goes back behind the net. Here's Culkin. Culkin to Shea with a man on him. And the puck is going to be sent down the length of the ice. This will be an icing. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
The autumn carved turkey from Subway is back for a limited time, and it's delicious. Here, I'll make you one now. With thick cut turkey breast, with cranberry mustard sauce, and cheddar cheese. Man, that looks good. Go to Subway and get your autumn carved turkey for a limited time. Subway, so much turkey. I'm solid gold.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
1:08 to go in the third period. We're tied at 2. The Komets have got the puck in their own zone. Here's Bobby Shea off the stick of Fawcett.
Icing.
And the Komets will ice the puck with 57.5 seconds to go in the third.
An important face-off in the Komet zone. We got to win that. Gain possession, then up the ice for one big rush. First things first, win the draw.
Face-off to the right of Hauser. And it's going to be Kravchenko's responsibility to win this face-off. And the puck is dropped, comes up along the near side, and the Cyclones get to it first. Goes back behind the net. Now along the far side, Laraza digging at it, can't get to it. Now Bobby Shea comes in, tied up in the corner. Far side of the Komet zone with 43 seconds. Now Laraza has got it. Laraza gets it out to Fawcett. Fawcett will bring it forward, tries to split the defenseman. Peters has got to come out. He has got to make a play on it. Comes along the near side, down with 31 seconds to play. Comes up, here's Binkley. Couldn't play it. It's going to go all the way down. Curtis Leonard is back for the Komets with 23 seconds to go. Poked aside, comes up to the blue line. Cross-ice pass, and it's going to go to Kravchenko. Komets with a chance here in 16 seconds. Kravchenko in front to Binkley. Here's his shot. It's blocked. The puck is still loose. Binkley back behind the net. The net's off.
Now they bumped it again. There must be a losing.
And Binkley is going to say, hey, they did that on purpose.
Yeah, pretty close. Goaltender bumped it again. He's saying, hey, I didn't do anything. Just keeps moving on him.
So no penalty will be called.
Yeah, but as long as the faceoff stays in the zone, which it will, 8 seconds to go, we've got the advantage right here with a clean draw.
Shots in the game are 24-23 in favor of the Cyclones now, but we're still tied at 2. If neither team can score here in the final 8 seconds, we'll have a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime, and then if nothing has been decided, we'll go to a shootout. There's Szydlowski on the face-off. And we see the replay here on the scoreboard. Oh, Peters, well, he put all his weight into getting that puck, or getting that post to come loose. And now Zombo is going to get kicked out of the face-off circle. And Schaff's going to take the draw. Wins it. Here's a shot. It goes wide. Far side. Here's Binkley. He will put it on net with 4 seconds left. Now with 2 seconds in the corner, and that will do it. We're tied at 2, which means we are going to overtime. We will take a break. Extra frame coming up. And you're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Life can be unpredictable. 1 minute everything's fine. In the next, you have a kid with a fever and it's already past 5. That's when you need Parkview First Care. We have extended hours, including evenings and weekends, convenient locations, and Parkview Physicians Group providers to make your whole family feel better. When you can't wait to see your doctor, go to the walk-in clinic that's part of the PPG community of care. Parkview First Care. Get in, get better, get going.
This is Komet Hockey.
Through 60 minutes of play, nothing has been decided here at the Coliseum. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you. We are tied at 2. We are going to overtime. It is 5 minutes, and it is 3-on-3. As the Komets have yet to participate in a overtime game this year. Cincinnati has been in 1, and they have got 1 loss. Cincinnati has yet to get a win on this young season. They've only played in 2 games, but this is the second time they're going to overtime. Both teams get a point. Yep.
They'll change ends right now. Komets will be to our right, and Cincinnati will be to our left right now. And as you say, they both get a point right now. And it's been a hard-fought battle. They've both gone at it pretty good. Cincinnati had a chance to put it away early with the 2-0 lead, but the Komets, the big goal, 19:23 of the second period. Tyanulin comes and gets the goal, his first of the season. And then the Komets tie it up at 3:43 of the third period. And each team had some pretty good chances. 10 shots by the Komets, 7 shots by Cincinnati in that third period. And we're ready to go 3-on-3.
We're going to have Fawcett and Binkley and Szydlowski to start up this 3-on-3. And the puck is dropped from center ice. Here's Szydlowski over to Tyson Fawcett.
Possession means everything in this 3-on-3.
Also to Sean Szydlowski. He's got the puck at his own blue line. We're playing 3-on-3 here. As Sean Szydlowski with a nice move coming on. Peters takes a shot. Save made.
Backhand.
Goes back behind the net. Here's Zombo. Komets get back on D. Szydlowski and Binkley drop back as the Cyclones bring it forward. Here's a man in front. Score.
They got him trapped on the play. The Komets got a man in deep. And as they broke out a 3-on-2, they made a perfect play, moved to the left and threw it back to the open side here. And the Cincinnati player was wide open, had the open net to slide it in, and it didn't take long, 30 seconds.
Just 30 seconds into this overtime, and Cincinnati will end it. They will get their first win on the season. Komets will get their first overtime loss of the season, as Komets will fall to 2-2 on these first 4 games of the regular season here at home. But we do get a point tonight, which was important considering we did get down 0-2.
Yep. And it's a tough break all the way through. I mean, we played well, and coming back like that, the crowd's quite disappointed. It ended so quickly, but Szydlowski had the first chance going down the ice, walking in, and he went on the backhand, tried to go high. The rebound went over to the defenseman, and that got one of our men trapped behind the play. They broke out very quickly, 3-on-2, and a very nice pass and play. They moved everybody to the left, threw it back over to the far side. There was a man wide open. Hauser didn't have any chance on the play as they slid it in the open side of the net. One shot apiece in the overtime, 25-24 shots on goal total. Cincinnati with a 3-2 overtime win.
So that will do it. The Komets fall in overtime here tonight. We will take a break. Post-game show coming up. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Aaron's has some really great news. Aaron's is offering 120 days same as cash. That's right, and here's how it works. Sign a new lease agreement, and you have a full 4 months, 120 days to pay Aaron's everyday low price. They even offer a 20% instant rebate if you purchase outright. 120 days same as cash. Not bad, huh? Just stop by or call to learn more. And remember, you don't need credit. All you need is Aaron's. And nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody.
Save on Marathon top-tier gasoline and get free Komet hockey tickets. Get a Marathon Visa card at any Marathon station and earn up to 25 cents per gallon rebate. Also, pick up a Komets fill-up card and earn a buy one, get one free ticket offer to any Friday night regular season home game. Remember, use your Marathon Visa card and earn a 25 cents per gallon savings and a free Komet game ticket. Marathon, top-tier certified gasoline with STP additives, fueling the American spirit.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service.
Bravo!
It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service.
Thank you.
Some might call that old school. Then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
For all your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola. Welcome.
In 1975, Miller Lite made history by proving we could brew a great-tasting light beer. And to mark the occasion, we're bringing back our original Steiny bottle for a limited time. Miller Lite, the original light beer, back in its original bottle. Grab one before they're all gone. Great beer, great responsibility. 2017 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Average analysis 12 fluid ounces, 96 calories, 3.2 grams carbs, less than 1 gram protein, 0 grams fat.
Welcome to the Komet Hockey OmniSource Recycled Postgame Show.
Komets fall tonight here at home. An overtime loss for the Komets. 3-2 is the score. Cincinnati best the Komets here tonight, but they did need an extra frame as Cincinnati just needed 30 seconds to end this game in overtime. Recapping the scoring tonight, we had a scoreless first period, and then Cincinnati got on the board at 6:48. Winston Daychief, his first of the season. Zombo and Danforth with the assist. And then Cincinnati at 14-17. Radjenovic with the goal, and Cincinnati was up 2-0. Then the Komets fought back. We got one in the final minute as Archer's Tyanulin with his first goal as a member of the Fort Wayne Komets. It came at 19:22 of the second period. Binkley and Leonard with the assist. And then the next new Komet, Laraza, got it going for the Komets to tie the game up at 3:43. Laraza's first of the season as Jalen Smereck, another new member of the Komets this week, picked up a point. Szydlowski with the other helper on that goal. And that sent us into overtime, where Sean O'Donnell ended it just 30 seconds in.